How's everybody doing? Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the show with your friends. Welcome to the Ledger Lounge. I'm Oz the Crypto Goat, and Jessie is out of the studio today. She's not feeling well, so we're giving her the day off. We were supposed to be at some live event thing on X, but I'm so new to X, I don't know how it works, so I couldn't figure it out. What's up, AB Writer? How you doing? Welcome to Twitch. What is going on? How you doing? Don't forget to hit the like button. So let's see here. How's everybody doing today? I guess I should probably pull up the chart. That's why nobody's watching the show. What's going on, Blake? Here we are. What's up, Mar Lopez? How you doing, buddy? Welcome, welcome. Smash the like button, guys. Everybody hit the like button. Hit the like button. The goat is in session. So, how's everybody doing? How are we doing? I can't tap on this app. Where's the button? Did you say Mar Lopez? Yeah, Mar Lopez is in the TikTok side. Yeah, I don't know if Twitch has a tapper like TikTok does. It's a little bit different. They have like the little bits. It's like that little Ethereum symbol. Yeah, I'm on TikTok as well. I do both. You're going back there? All right. Twitch is like where we go when we get bananaed. Because I'll get bananaed and then we can't go live for like the longest time. It'll be like 9 days of no live, so that's where we're at. There's AB. I'm feeling bullish, guys. Feeling very bullish, especially on XRP. XRP looks phenomenal. Right now would be a good time to buy, in the words of Donald Trump. Not financial advice. I feel lost without Jessie here. I feel like I'm having an off day. I feel a little off. Long time no here. I've been back for like a week. I was gonna ask about Jessie. Jessie's taking the day off. She's not feeling well. She has not been feeling well. You've been away on vacays? Nice. Where'd you go? Where was the vacation? Why didn't you take me? I'm just kidding. I was on vacation too. I mean, it was a workcation, but it was kind of a vacation. It was pretty awesome. I had the time of my life. She's missed, but you aren't half bad either. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I know you guys miss Jessie. Maybe she'll pop in, maybe she won't. I know she's not feeling well today, so I believe she is going to take the day off. We shall see. We shall see. It would be a pleasant surprise to have her join in. You ever have one of those days where you just feel off? I feel off today, like completely off, because I had something planned to do and it didn't go down that way. And so now I'm ill prepared for the day. So let's just jump into the news, shall we? Some important things coming up in crypto. So we have DeFi's Technologies will hold a shareholder call to discuss its Q2 2025 financial results at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The financial results were released after market close today, August 14th. Bit Digital Incorporated will host a conference at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to discuss its Q2 2025 financial results, focusing on its pivot to Ethereum treasury and staking strategy. SharpLink Gaming will host a conference call, the webcast, at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time to discuss its Q2 2025 financial and operating results. SharpLink is a major corporate holder of Ether. Lightwave Logic Q2 2025 earnings are scheduled to release tomorrow with a conference call on August 18th. Potential market-moving events. Meeting between Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin. A meeting between the two leaders on August 15th to discuss the conflict in Ukraine could have significant market implications, potentially affecting both traditional finance and the crypto market, according to some analysts. Conference and events, not so important. There's some conferences coming up. Let's see here. Ocean City, Maryland, Jersey Shore, going to Atlantic City next week, and then back to Ocean City. Nice. I'm a tad bit jelly. Atlantic City, I just went to Vegas. XRP feels so weird for me right now after 8:30 this morning. Why? Because you got dumped on? XRP is going to get dumped on over and over and over. Nothing's changed. XRP is going to get dumped on. But you know what? It's about to get pumped. Ripple rugged people today so hard. Cool breaking bread with in Vegas, bro. Yeah. Vegas was awesome. I got to meet a bunch of developers and CEOs. They're coming on the show next week. So Monday, Tuesday, I think like every single day next week, we have like a different CEO from a different company coming on to the show. And who I'm really excited to get on is the Goat Tribe to come on the show. You know me, I like the goats, so I kept a little moon bag, tired of getting rubbed by Garlinghouse. I don't blame you, brother. I do not blame you. Everyone be getting rugged by Ripple, right? There's so many other projects out there that don't have that issue, right? Like, look at HBAR, look at Cardano. You know, those are good projects. Ondo, Algo. Great projects where the company is not holding 44% of the supply, dumping on its people, lying about the escrow that they have in place. Like, that's just kind of why I'm out of it. Obviously, it's going to do phenomenal things, okay? There is so much narrative behind XRP right now. I do not doubt that it can't make you money. All right? You can make plenty of money in XRP, especially this cycle. Okay? But Are you going to get rugged on? Probably. Is the top going to be $10,000? Absolutely not. TikToker Jam says XRP will be to 50 to 70 cents. Yeah, that sounds about right. 50 to 70 cents, possibly $1. I'm leaning towards like the dollar mark might be it. Like it might dip under $1, but kind of like fluctuate around $1, maybe 70, 75 cents. And that's just because people diamond handing the shit out of this thing. They are holding on to that hopium. They will never sell. What do you mean XRP is not Ripple? XRP is not Ripple. Ripple is a company. XRP is just a coin that is used in the XRPL's technology. But XRP is not like the stock or coin to buy if you're buying into Ripple. Ripple is making moves and doing amazing things, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be using XRP. It seems more like RLUSD is what's going to be used. How XRP that low with ETFs coming? Because Ripple keeps selling their XRP on you. They keep dumping the twisty mustache. Caveman says that I have the most beautiful mustache in the crypto space. Seema, what's going on? What's up, Oz? Just saw you with Caveman's live earlier. Yeah, I was popped in there doing some, just kind of listening, lurking in the background, trolling a little bit. I love Caveman. I think he's great. I think Moon Cheese is running rampant, but at the same time, like, if that's what you believe in, I mean, go for it. What do you got to lose? If you ain't got a lot to lose with it, then obviously, buy your lottery ticket. You got to be in it to win it. I'm a good trader, but XRP is too hard to trade. Facts, bro. XRP is the hardest out of all of them. You love his hair. Caveman's hair? Caveman is absolutely wonderful. And we don't completely see eye to eye on things, but we still get along, and that's a beautiful thing. Have you heard, we've had a few bull traps lately. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think we're bullish, though. I got the green light on. I'm wearing a green shirt with a little penny on the face of it, okay? I'm feeling bullish. I think today is a buy day, baby. We filled a nice fair value gap here. And look at this. Look at this, baby. This is descending, broadening wedge. This is a bullish. It looks pretty good to me. It's at least coming up here to 333 again. So 33-cent move, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm dollar cost averaging through 1122. Your thoughts? I do not DCA. I only DCA out. Okay? DCAing in, man, you can get wrecked. You need to know what you're doing. Okay? You need to know what you're doing. But if you are going to DCA or you're new, especially Steven, if you're asking me that question, that leads me to believe that like you're new to this and you don't quite understand. Be careful. What is DCA out mean? That's a good question. So that is a strategy on how to take profits from the market. And so it's the opposite of DCAing in. And I actually teach how to do that in my TA class. Josh just signed up for the TA class today. Thank you, Josh, if you're here, for signing up for the TA class. We've got a decent-sized class going on. right now. And some people can't make it to the class on the day, so they get the recording of it later, or you can be in it in the live. What about music? I turned the music off. Should I turn the music back on? You guys want some music? I like this jam. Is it too loud, too quiet? Sounds good? Perfect. Awesome. Hype the live. Yeah, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the show with your friends. And you know what? I'm not asking for gifts anymore. People give me a hard time for asking for gifts. If you guys want to send a gift, that's great. If you don't, no big deal. Send likes or watch the show. I don't care anymore. I'm tired of getting hate because I want to be a profitable business, so whatever. Can XRP hit $7 by the end of September? I don't know by the end of September, maybe by the end of the cycle. It's possible, but I'm not sure. Maybe somewhere between $5 and $8 is what I see. It really just depends on Bitcoin. If it keeps going up, then expect the higher numbers. If it fails now, expect to see $5, maybe $6, $5.50. This next pump can easily take us to $4. Yeah, it's got a ways to go, man. It's got to pump pretty hard. The next pump will probably take us to 366. If it hits some resistance and flags right there, then yeah, it'll go to 4. Only 5 to 8. Wow, that's low. That's actually realistic. That's the numbers, baby. That's what it ain't going to 10K. Bitcoin and Ethereum with algorithmically say alts up and away. I think alts, we're in alt season, okay? Everyone's like, no, it's not alt season yet. Yes, it is. For me, it is. I'm buying right now. This is the pre-buy before alt season. That's where I'm at with it, right? Okay. XRP will be $15 to $20 the end of the cycle minimum. Show me your data. Tell me why. TA Fartcoin. I got you, brother. We're going to do mostly TA today. Today is going to be a TA day. I got some news. Oh, Fartcoin looks juicy. That is one juicy fart. Yeah, Fartcoin's about to pump. So Fartcoin's going to $1.20. And look at, we have this fair value gap right here. It needs to go to 124. So it may pump to 120 and come back down, or it blows past it and it hits it, but it needs to go to 124. That's the fair value gap right there. But I think 120 sounds about right. 120 is what I have my limit order for sell set at. I think it's like 119.5. Is it at 87 cents? It's at 98 cents. I bought it at 87 though. Woo! What a buy. What about Python? If you're not a subscriber, you got to wait till the end of the show, the second session of TA after the news, and then I'll do your TA for you if we have time. What's with all the spamming about moving from exchanges to cold wallets to Web3? So if you had a Coinbase wallet and you used Web3 on it, you have to transfer anything that was Web3 out of that wallet, or it's going I think that already happened. But if you never did anything Web3, you should be fine. But cold wallets are good, but me, more or less, I use my cold wallet for after the bull cycle. You know? You have Cold Titan, that's a good one. I have Arculus, Ledger, and Tangam. I prefer the Arculus out of all three. That's the one I like the most. Do you use bots for buying meme coins? Actually, I found an AI bot at Rare Evo. A guy developed it, right? And I believe in this guy. I believe in him. And I'm actually going to try out his bot. We'll probably do it on the live. We'll go into the trenches together, ladies and gentlemen, and try out my guy's bot. I'm going to get the X card. I haven't used the X card, so I can't tell you personally. We love TikTok Shop. Absolutely. TikTok Shop is amazing. We love TikTok Shop. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, share the show with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to follow me, guys. Send a follow. Remember, subscriptions are different than following. If you want to subscribe, I do have a new tier of subscription where you can voice chat with me on Discord and have a private conversation for coaching. So because I noticed a lot of people, they want coaching, but they don't want to deal with the texting. So I do have that tier as well. I don't want to do it. I don't want to be on the phone. That's why the price is the price it is. So I would rather just text you. I don't even talk on the phone in real life. I literally have an assistant that answers the phone for me because I hate the phone. What's up, Francesca? How are you? So the fact that I'm offering that is literally just for those who need that. Some people just aren't tech savvy, or it's just more information than they want to give. A lot of people want things to happen right now. And you got to understand, coaching is something that comes over time, right? This is something that you have to build on and work on and invest into your time and your energy, right? So invest into yourself and invest into your portfolio by having a coach or a mentor or learning TA classes. You know, do something positive for yourself. And maybe you don't need that. Great. Just hit the like button. Just chilling by the pool today. I wish I was chilling by the pool. I need to get in my jacuzzi. I think I'm well overdue for a jacuzzi day. I mean, I did go to the jacuzzi in Vegas a lot, but can you check CTF coin? You got it. Yeah, chat, go ahead and leave me whatever projects you want me to check out for you. You got to be a subscriber. So basic subscription, you have priority for the chat. CTF. Crypto Trading Fund? Is that the right one? Do I have the right one right here? Ooh, that looks juicy. Just the name sounds juicy. Crypto Trading Fund? Get out of town. So it looks like we got a doji candle on the 1 day. I think things are bullish. Let's see here. Looks like we got some gaps. I don't know. This thing might come down to 33 cents and then possibly up from there. I'd say that this is kind of a bull flag here in the 1 hour. And it kind of looks like a bull flag. And that would take it up to I would say 37 cents, maybe 36 cents, 36 to 37 cents. I mean, 35 could happen. I don't think so, though. I think it wants to do more than that. However, look at what it's done in the past. It shoots up and then works its way back down to the bottom here, and then it shoots up. So it may just work its way back to the bottom. So I would say if you're looking to buy on this one, 30 cents is the number, baby. That's what I would do. I'd just be patient and buy this bottom line down here. 30 cents. Patience is everything. What chart are we looking at? This is Crypto Trading Fund, CTF. Has only 4 million in circulation and 120 million cap. Is this ZBEC? No, this is Crypto Trading Fund. That's interesting. Look at how flat it is when it trades sometimes. It's going to have a hard time getting above 49 cents. I'll tell you that right now. That would probably be the top of the cycle. 49 to 60 cents, 50 to 60, somewhere in there. That'll probably be the top. Unless like we get a massive inflow into it. That's going to be strong, hard to get out of. Let's hear. AOL coin from Navarro. I will try to get to it for you. I got to get to subscribers first. ENA. Was ENA next? No. It was checks. The chat is just flying. Checks. Yeah, I got Arrow. Arrow's coming up. Ooh, Seamont with another good juicy one. It hasn't been around long enough to tell. I'll tell you this, though. It bottomed out, and it's coming up to its initial offering price, which means that it's kind of nearing its end where it's ready for a retracement, okay? I would definitely say this one is ready for retracement either now or soon. I do see buy pressure, though. There's just not enough data on this one. Not enough data. Let me look in the 1 hour and give you a short term. 1 hour looks good. 1 hour looks like it wants to move up. But not very far. 1980.1980. That's really all I can see. Is it should hit that. Hopefully. There's just not enough data. All right, let's see what was next. Arrow. Aerodrome Finance. Is that the right one? I know there's two. Is it Aerodrome Finance? All right, let's see here. I got a nasty double top, came down, an ascending channel, which has turned into something bullish. I don't know. I feel bullish on Arrow. It's got a good narrative too. A lot of buy pressure right here. You know, I think this one's going up too. And the next spot would be $1.50. 149, 150 is the next resistance zone up. There's no real pattern to tell us what it's going to do next. We're going to have to give it a little bit of time. But I would imagine it does something like it's done right here. And it kind of does a little thing like this. Something like that. That seems about right. It'll probably do something like that. Yeah, $2.20 top of the cycle, possibly. Something like that. Let's see, where does that put it? November 14th. Yeah, that sounds about right. All right, let me see what was next. They're flying in so fast I can't even keep up with it. Let me see here. And this is why you got to be a subscriber, so that I can get to your project. Because if you're not a subscriber and it's flying like this, I just can't. ENA. ENA. That's Athena, right? I think I have this one. Oh yeah, Athena's about to pump, baby. Athena is about to pump. ENA, baby. Not financial advice, but this is looking saucy. This is a buy. And I'm probably going to take profits on this next pump on this one. I got to make sure I go check my wallet. Oh, yeah. That thing is about to go. It looks perfect at 70 cents. This is a perfect one. It doesn't get any more perfect than that. With no data, okay, mind you, this has no data. We couldn't possibly begin to TA this thing really, but with what we have and what I see, this is a buy, okay? This is what you want to see on the chart right here with this new data stuff right here, okay? This looks good, all right? This looks like, what is it? ENA, Athena. This looks like it's about to go, all right? I think tomorrow and the next day, you got maybe 2 or 3 days on this one, and then cash out on it, and it'll probably double top up here, come down head and shoulders, and bring that ass down. Unless we go into alt season, this thing just takes off, you know. But this looks solid. It doesn't get more solid than this. With no data, mind you, okay? Understand this, chat. There's not enough data here to call this. But from what I'm seeing is what other traders are going to see. And they're going to say, hey, there's not enough data here, but it's getting higher highs and higher lows. And it just hit its low. What coin is this? This is ENA is the ticker. ENA, Athena. This looks good. This one looks good. I'm probably going to buy some of this. This is solid. Now, mind you, anything can happen. Anything can happen. All it takes is the Cheeto in chief to come out and cause the Trump dump, and it ruins everything. But as far as the charts go on this looks good to me, baby. I'm on it. I gotta go change the music right now. That's how good it looks. I'm gonna change the music right now. We're going back to this song. The Money song. All right, let's see. What was next? There's so many. I can't even begin to keep up with all of the chat. Chat, you guys are out of control. Did I do Fartcoin? I feel like I did Fartcoin already. Yeah, I did. All right, ENA. I did Arrow. Is Salute a coin? Looks like Salute and CSPR are next. Salute? Is that a coin? What's the ticker on that one? CSPR. Should I TA it in the South Korean won? Oh, this is Casper. Casper's good. I like this one. Interesting. So Casper's got this little head and shoulders thing going on right here. So that is concerning. But it's kind of not like, I would say if it does come down, it's coming down to 009. Maybe 0097 or 0095. It seems to be kind of wanting to head up though. Let's take a look here. I could see this one coming down. But also it's a double bottom. Right? So look at it. It's got this going for it. This is a double bottom. That's what I'm going to lean towards. I'm going to lean towards the double bottom on this one. And that should take it up to minimum 017. Maybe 017, 0175, 018, somewhere around there. That should be beautiful. ARB is a cup and handle. All right, which one is next? Okay. ARB. Finally getting caught up. ARB. I'm thinking Arby's. ARB is a cup and handle right here. Cup and handle. Kind of. I think more or less it's a double bottom. This is what I see. So ARB is going to 64 to 66.5 minimum. And honestly, I would say yeah, 64, 65, and it could potentially get up into like 80 to 83, 85, somewhere around there. But short term, it's going to at least 64, 70, somewhere around there. Yeah, that's kind of a little cup and handle right here, but that's kind of already played out. That bad boy is about to pump too, though. I think everything's about to pump, to be honest with you. I really do. And obviously, not everything is going to pump too much, but I think tomorrow is like the crypto announcement, right? Edge. Big Baller, how you doing, buddy? It was good to talk to you on the phone today. Big Baller is special. He actually has my phone number. We are doing big business with the Beer Gator. You said Edge, right? Ooh. Big Baller, are you insider trading? Don't lie to me. All right. Actually, don't answer that question on here. But I think you are. And I bet you bought this thing down here at 6 cents. Wow. You did. I know you. Oh, man. What a win. I bet you bought a lot too. I bet you bought in for at least 10K. Man, I don't even see a fair value gap. This one wants to run again, bro. It popped down here to the candle. It's got a nice wick. This one's going to run some more. It's unchartable. I would say profits at 5.5, 6, 6.5, 7. You know, and on your way up, DCA out, baby. That thing looks healthy, dude. This one looks like a runner. Can you check out little guy? My little guy is put away right now, and I don't want to get shut down on TikTok for bringing him out. I was specifically told no nudity. It says know the coin. Well, you got to be a subscriber, buddy. The subscribers have priority. If you want to wait around to the end of the live, if we have time, I will. It made me chuckle. If you want to stick around, scale. Scale. Oh, SKL. I think I bought this one. You told me to buy it. Oh, man. Look at that runner. Yeah. Let's see here. We hit that first line of resistance. This has a nasty fair value gap in it here, okay? This thing is going to want to come back down to 3 cents. I don't see a lot of buy pressure. I see a lot of sell pressure, tweezer top right here. Now, the candle hasn't closed yet. So let me go into a lower time frame. That's a flag. That's bullish. As long as it doesn't break down any lower than where it's at right now, this thing's going to send. This one's about to send, baby. Yeah, this is why we go into the lower time frame. Anthony, thank you for the subscription. Which one did you want me to TA for you, Anthony? I will put you at the top of the list. Throw it in the chat right now. I got you, brother. Skull, SKL is about to send. The little guy. The little guy. Is that what it's called? What's the ticker on it? I just thought brand new to crypto space. Hey, welcome. Welcome. Thank you for your basic subscription. And with your deluxe subscription, I do offer coaching. No problem, Anthony. No problem. If you're new to crypto, the deluxe subscription, that'll definitely help you out, brother. You can message me one-on-one. What was the ticker on that, or Anthony? So like this is scale, but the ticker is SKL. Do you know what? Just the little guy. It's called on Phantom. Let me look it up. It's called just the little guy or the little guy. Little guy, got it. Little guy on Tether. This is it right here. Does that look right? There is no TAing this, brother. Well, it's filled. Where did you buy at? That's the question. Did you just buy it right now? Because this looks like a meme coin. This looks like a rug. You bought it earlier, so when it was higher, and you're in the red right now, you're at a very small loss. Okay. Here's what I'm seeing. I see a lot of buy pressure coming up here, but I see a lot of sell pressure. So it's kind of in an indecision. There's a massive fair value gap all the way down to 0025. So generally it'll want to come down and fill that fair value gap, but there's not enough data that it's saying that it's actually going to do that. It could potentially dip down here and then wick back up. I don't know. This is one where I would see it and I would say, I don't know. I want to wait for some confirmation because it has this doji right here. And this doji candle is a sign of indecision, and now it's turning red with a lot of sell pressure. But everything's kind of turning bullish. So it may or may not. Because it's a meme coin, it doesn't have, it depends on the memes, if it's gaining traction and narrative. If it's not really like everyone's buzzing and talking about it, this is where I would say I'm a little worried about it. Yeah, this coin's doji, I feel like cashing out right now. I don't blame you. I like to find like sure things, Anthony. I like to find projects where I'm like, okay, what was the other one we looked at? Skull looks like it's going to send. There's a whole bunch that look like they're going to send right now. And that doesn't mean that this doesn't send with all of that, because everything kind of moves together. But this one's got, because it's a meme coin, Ops on Rismus. All right, I'll get to Rismus in a minute, brother. I gotta hit the other chat too. Let me see here. I think it was CRV. CRV. Oh man. CRV is an ascending broadening wedge, which is bearish. That doesn't mean that it doesn't pump up to the blue line here and it would hit $1.07 to $1.08, somewhere right there. And then it should come down and just die. And it would fill this fair value gap right here to about 76 cents. So that's what I see. I see we should get a little bit and then like that. And, you know, that's also a pattern right here. We have a head and shoulders. So that we kind of got a trifecta here. And we hit a double bottom, it fulfilled, and it's coming back to fill the fair value gap. You're in Athena for long term. I mean, I'm pretty short term on everything. I'm day trading because actually lately I'm swing trading. Okay, so I'm swing trading, trying to pick big moves, big swings, and you know, make sure that I'm securing profits consistently. All right, let's see. That was CRV. XLM. Ooh, XLM's a good one. I bet you XLM's bullish. I don't even have to look at it. I know it's bullish. Yeah, that's a broadening wedge, but this thing moves with XRP. XRP looks bullish. XLM is at least going up here to 47 cents. XLM should go at least to 47 cents. And maybe XLM does something like this. I doubt it. I doubt it. I think this is bullish. Honestly, I don't care what the charts say, man. XLM is probably bullish. Everything's about to run. XLM will run with it. Even if it's just a nice pump up here from 42 to 47. Which is a good profit taking zone. Rismus. Anthony is a meme coin trader. You are in the trenches, my guy. Woo. Oh man. That is hard to say. I think it'll pump again. It's making higher highs. It's gaining traction. Everyone's talking about Rismus. I think Rismus is about to go. The question is it going to get a new higher high, or is it going to stop low and then be done? This one should pump. This one should go to 2120. So 0000, all the freaking zeros, 2120. That's where that one should go. Alt season is on. Oh yeah, baby. You know what's crazy is I was in people's live today and I was just like, we're in alt season. It's happening right now. They're like, oh no, I think we need a few more things to happen. I'm like, yeah, but when that happens, yeah, we're officially in alt season, but then it's too late. We want to pre-buy, right? We want to buy right before alt season happens. That's where we're at right now. That's where I'm at. Like I'm buying, baby. I am buying. This is the time. Get that bottom while it's still in. Don't chase the green candle. Chase the speculation, right? You want to buy the rumor, sell the news. The rumor is that alt season is upon us. Got to front run the news. What's up, Josh? Josh just signed up for the TA class. So Josh is taking my TA classes on Discord. Welcome to the club, the inner circle. Glad to have you, buddy. I'm hoping to teach you a thing or two because I've seen your TA, bro. I've seen your TA. You need it. And that comes with nothing but love for you, bro. Nothing but love, even though you are XRP'd out the game. I love you, bro. And we're going to turn you into an expert trader, brother. Josh, just the other day, was like watching every creator, and they were all saying that everything's bearish, everything's bearish. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm bullish. And then I was right. And then he's like, I was like, you need the TA class, bro. And he was like, maybe I do. Josh, you want to come up and tell your story? I'm going to chart hunt. Nice. Josh, why don't you hit me up on Discord and let's talk a little bit. I like having Josh on. I'm trying to find out where my Discord is. Oh, there it is. It's funny, no one's online in Discord when I go live because you're all here. That's awesome. Let's see. IMX. Ooh, TikTok seller is sniffing out the coins, baby. Sniffing them out. And you know what? Now that a TikTok seller is like in the TA class, like I'm trusting him. Here's the issue with this one, okay? This one looks like the double bottom, right? It looks like a double bottom to me. But also it's doing this. That's a flag. That's a bear flag. So that has me concerned. However, it's already kind of bottomed out. I think if it did try to bear flag, it would hit here and triple bottom and take off. So I'm going to lean the bullish direction on this one. Okay. I'm going to lean toward 99 cents to $1. That's what I think. But it's one of those ones of like it could go either way. It looks like a bear flag, but it could not be. Or it could just freaking dump and go to zero. It could at least go to 20 cents or 10 cents. I don't think so, though. It's never really gone that low before. I think not. Fartcoin and Ina are good right now. Dude, Fartcoin is a solid buy. Okay. And I'm telling you right now, as far as meme coins go, Fartcoin is going nowhere. All right. If Fartcoin drops down to 86, 87 cents, you better buy it. Okay. Anytime it drops down in the 80s, you better buy it. Let me check out ENA. Oh yeah, we did Athena already. Yeah, Athena looks good. This one's a buy. Athena and Fartcoin both look good. I want to pull up Fartcoin one more time. Like if you're in the trenches, right? And you're doing meme coins, stick with what's good and what's not going anywhere, right? Fartcoin, Pudgy Penguins are not going anywhere. Oh man, Fartcoin looks solid. This is solid. Fartcoin, even if it dips a little bit lower, all good. Gonna buy it more. You know what Fartcoin is forming right now? This is a diamond bottom, and a massive diamond bottom at that, okay? Fartcoin is going to go parabolic. That means it's coming up here. $1.30. You ready to join? All right, let me see here. Send me a call. I'm on Discord. Yo, what's up, brother? Can you hear me? Let's see here. Hold on. Josh, can you hear me, brother?
Yeah, I can hear you. Sorry, I had to delete the settings.
All good. I'm going to mute the music. So tell me, my guy, tell me what happened. What happened to... Who hurt you on X, bro? Who hurt you? Was it Jake Claver?
I was looking at the charts and I noticed some points that I thought we were going to drop to, which we ended up dropping to today, but I was still wrong because that was only due to the, market manipulation that is happening right now. But essentially, I'm in so many creator circles, and Oz was the only one that pointed out that XRP was going to run, and it did. And I was like, okay, hold on. I have all these people in my circle, and they're all talking negative, and I know this guy who is bearish when he needs to be bearish and bullish when he needs to be bullish. He's saying bullish. So, I used to promote and I used to say that people should sign up for the TA class, and I'm now signed up because I need it, man. Like, there's so much money to be made with trading. Even if this cycle is dragged out, the amount of opportunities. I did some calculations the other day on how much I would have already made trading the last 3 months, and it would have basically paid for the TA class for like 25 years. So,
Yeah, exactly. Jason says nobody knows what will happen. The Great Oz knows because I have a crystal ball underneath my desk here. It's right here, and I just shake it, and I say, "Show me a bull," or "Show me a bear," and it shows me a goat every time, and it says, "Trust in your instincts." And I go with what I feel, and I go with what I see, and it's actually quite simple. Let's see. Oz also told us about consistent rug pulls. Oz is the goat. Thank you. I appreciate that. you know, it's actually quite simple. The whole concept, Josh, you know, and chat, it's very simple. And I teach these techniques in the class. And so if you think that this is unchartable or there's no way of knowing what's going to happen, I'm literally showing you that Fartcoin is building a diamond bottom right now. Before it's even formed, before the pattern is even formed, I can see it, which is an amazing thing. And that's what I teach. I'm going to bring you up on screen. I teach you how to see the patterns before they happen, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I'm teaching. Now, Josh missed that half. So hopefully he catches on to it. But you can get all the prior classes as well. They're all recorded. But I teach how to identify the patterns before they happen. I teach how to know where they're going to stop. I teach all these things that I see, and some would say, oh, you can't predict the future. It is predicting the future. And when you're doing it this way, you're able to take a more aggressive trade at an earlier spot at the bottom than waiting for the pattern to fulfill and then trying to get in after it's had its breakout. So it's definitely something completely different than, I mean, it's a tactic that is out there that people know, but it's kind of a lost technology the way I'm doing it.
Yep. I would say, like, for the most part, there's probably so many other people that I could have gone to and paid for TA classes, but it's like you seem to have so much more knowledge when it comes to this because you've been through this more than other people have. And I've seen the way, like, even the way you have things charted out on screen is very different from what I've seen other people do, which obviously people will adapt to their own strategies. But in turn, I think it's also important to, like, even I had to realize this. Like, I thought I had everything down, and then when it came time to, like, take, profits and rebuy these dips, I didn't know what I was doing. I could identify buying zones, but I'm terrible at identifying when to sell. So, like, for me, it's like, hey, I know somebody who can teach me how to do it. So,
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's the hardest thing that people, because like you said, people know when to buy. They don't know
yeah,
when to sell, especially when we're getting into uncharted territory.
yeah,
Where there's no way to know where it's going to go. You can basically use Fibonacci levels and hope for the best. And what's crazy is the other day I was like charting XRP and I was like, yeah, we're going to go to a new all-time high. And I called it and I knew where it was going to go. And really, most of it's based off of psychology. Fibonacci does
yeah.
play a role, but it's more or less psychological numbers. And that's the other thing that I teach, because I would say that 75% of trading is psychology. So
Mm.
Josh, don't take this the wrong way, but you're one of my indicators. You are one of my indicators, and it's going to suck because as soon as I teach you how to do this, I'm no longer going to have you as an indicator. So,
Somebody else can fill my role.
yeah. What are we going to do once Josh is no longer our indicator? Cuz but the thing is what I'm going to teach you is that you're not the indicator. It's the space and the bubble that you're in on X is actually the indicator. And you're just the antenna because I'm not in that bubble. You're just that thing that's linked and plugged into that bubble that's in now on our side of the spectrum. And we brought you in here because we've been arguing about this stuff, right? And it's great. Like,
Yeah.
but and this is not a slant at you whatsoever. But there are echo chambers, and it's hard to get into the echo chamber when you're not in it, right?
Yeah.
So you being in it already, that's your indicator right there. To know that, okay, if all these people are saying this one thing, just might be the opposite. Not always, but you
Yeah.
factor that in with everything else, and boom, you've got a clear picture of what's going on.
Yeah. It's interesting. I noticed last night I was trying or attempting to find a zone where ADA would fall back, and it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, you know what? It probably will, but I didn't take any profit. And one thing I noticed was the minute it actually started to dump was when everybody was shill posting on Twitter how high it went. So something I've noticed is nobody will post how high the price went until they think that the price has topped out for the day, and that's when they make their posts, and that's usually when it goes down. It's not always like that, but I've just noticed that when everybody starts posting about stuff, that's usually when it seems to drop.
Yeah, and that's the indicator, right? Because you have to understand it's psychology. These people miss the top and they have everything to gain by using you as their follower as their exit liquidity to get you to FOMO in so that they can dump their bags on you.
Yeah.
That's the psychology. And that's why I'm like the whole adoption's happening now narrative and the whole XRP is going to 10K. I'm just like, ain't happening. That narrative exists for a reason. You know, that's their
Yeah.
way of keeping you from selling the top. That's what I see.
I mean, I definitely am still gonna be leaving a moon bag, but I'm definitely gonna be trying to learn the most I can from these classes so that way I can trade these moves because there's a lot of value in that. And
Absolutely. Keep a moon bag, people, because you never know what's going to happen. But, you know, one of my strategies is DCAing out. And when you do it that way, it leaves some in there in case it just keeps going. And then you just keep on taking from it as it goes. Because eventually it does have to go down, even if it goes parabolic because of adoption, right? Let's just embellish in that idea. Adoption is happening tomorrow, okay? November 22nd, the switch gets flipped. Everybody's FOMOing in like crazy. Institutions are FOMOing in like crazy, right? To grab up this coin, and it just sends it parabolic, right? What happens after that? It crashes, just like the dot-com bubble, just like we've seen the Bitcoin cycles in the past. Any market is going to react that way. It's just, that's just what it is. And that's why I think the price targets are so high, is to keep people holding the bag, to run it up as high as it can possibly go.
I think real XRP maxis probably, even if they post about it or not, it's like an understanding where the only way the price wouldn't fall back down is if it's genuine utility. Like we're not going to get there just from retail buying. So,
Yeah, I get that.
you know,
And we've argued about this before. You know, I don't think that actual utility really drives the price up too much. It more or less takes it to a point of really freaking high, super volatile, and then it comes down and then it kind of stabilizes. And then
yeah,
that's
I
it.
mean, that's why you got to learn how to chart because
Yeah.
you'll be able to notice this stuff.
Well, I'll tell you this. If adoption happens, if the moon aligns with the stars like you think it's going to, right? And mass adoption happens, it will eventually come back and stabilize. And then it may be a slow uptick over time, like the stock market, like the S&P 500. But even the S&P 500, it comes down too.
Yeah.
Nothing will ever change that.
I was just noticing Donald Trump said something about the stock market being at, all-time highs. And I've been realizing at some point it kind of has to come back down.
Yep.
Like I have a feeling, and I could be wrong, that a lot of the liquidity in the stock market right now is going to rotate into real world assets and cryptocurrencies. Um, which then again, that's just a rotation. So at some point, that also will people will take profit on it as well. So that's another thing. I mean, if we're talking about a super cycle, it's like then it becomes even more dangerous because the more people actually buy into a project and the more liquidity comes in, also doubles and triples the amount that goes out. Because you have to remember, it's like if Bitcoin went to $200,000, somebody who's already up 25x is now up double that, right? So now they can even more, like selling becomes more aggressive the higher the price goes, or more
Exactly.
like it has more effect.
And that's my strategy. It's DCA, right? So the higher it goes, the more percentage I'm pulling out. And that's everyone. All these things that I teach here, Josh, this is how big firms who are managing large amounts of money are reading the charts. This is how the charts were read hundreds of years ago when they were first invented in China. All this other stuff, these indicators and things, they're kind of new and they're more or less for retail and they're used for manipulation. So that's one of the things that I teach. Yeah. They will burn you every time. You know, when I first started doing this show and I was doing the TA the style I do now, right? And then management was like, you should probably start using more indicators and stuff because that's what all the other creators are doing. And because that's what people want to see, right? And I was like, okay, like I can get on board with that. I know how to use them, and I do use them from time to time when I'm unsure. But I started using them, and that's when I started becoming less accurate. And I realized, I was like, this is why I'm so good at what I do, is because I don't allow it to influence me. I don't allow it to be a problem. And so now you're my indicator. I'm just messing with you, buddy.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I'm seeing things very differently because I used to think hodling was more, and then I started running the numbers on, if I would have bought this dip here and this dip here and sold here and bought back here, my portfolio would be looking very differently right now. And I was like, you know what? Everything, like, I'm still an XRP maxi, but at the end of the day, I have to admit, taking profit and buying back on the dips is by far outpaces. Like, I could probably count back over 15 times that the market has dumped 10% in the red, where I could have sold that. And that's, if you think about it, that's 150%. That's like 150% discount on everything, because every time you do that, you get more and more coins, which means every time it goes back up overall, you're just sitting in massive amounts of profit.
Right, so you're buying a coin and you're hodling it, hoping for 100x, when you can literally 1000x trading it.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much guaranteed whether it goes up or down.
I noticed that too. I was looking at ADA last night, and I looked back at the chart from the last cycle and how it went down, and they kept making it basically go down, go back up, and then basically there's money to be made even while it's going down. I was noticing that, and I was like, this is definitely a skill that people want to learn or have somebody teach them, because there's people making money regardless what the market is doing, and it's crazy.
Yeah, and that's what the big players are doing. They're manipulating all of it, and they're pushing the narrative of hodl. And because they're all hodling, they're the exit liquidity for the big players that are just siphoning off the top.
Yep.
It's a big club, and you're not in it. But now you're in the club. You're in the inner circle. We're going to teach you.
Yep.
And it's going to be amazing. Big Baller says, so true. Anyway, brother, I just wanted you to come up and share your story and, you know, what happened. Is there anything else you want to sign off with or anything?
Not really. I was just gonna say that I'm excited to learn, and I know that looking back from this decision a year from now, I'm probably not gonna regret one bit of it. So,
Absolutely. All right, brother. Take care. I'll see you in the chat.
you too.
That was Josh. We love Josh. We give him a bit of a hard time in the Discord because he's got some pretty strong predictions, and I hope he's right. If he's right, we're all rich, right? But I try to be, you know, center line. Try to be not the bear, but the goat, you know, like be like, hey, like this ain't adding up. Thoughts on Ethereum? Anyone in the chat in ARB? Did you want TA on ARB? It's never bad to assume the worst. Exactly. Be prepared. Be prepared for anything. That's why we keep moonbags, ladies and gentlemen. That's why we keep moonbags. Don't be too greedy. You should be greedy at taking profits. There's no shame in taking profits, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's check out ARB. ARB looks good. ARB should go to 64 to 66 cents. One inch? Is that really a coin? That is not a coin. Tell me it's not. Plume. It is. Oh my god, fine. I got a TA it, I guess. Oh my god. Some of the names of these coins, bro. Like, not gonna lie, I want to get on Pump Fund just so that I can make up names for coins, okay? Because I have some good names. Like, why is there not a butt pizza coin? I will totally buy butt pizza. That's not it. No worries, brother. Questions are good. Good to ask questions. I will tell you this, though. If you've got a lot of questions, deluxe subscription's the way to go. It's only a couple bucks more, and I'll coach you one-on-one. All right, let's see here. Plume. Plume. Yeah, no worries, Anthony. Stick around, be in the chat, join the show, and then, you know, in a month from now when you see the proof in the pudding, and you become more profitable, it'll offset your costs. You're going to be more profitable. Plume, is that on Tether? Plume is on Tether, huh? Is this it? Is this the right one for Plume? Who wanted Plume? TikTok seller did. All right. That's a double bottom. This should send 14 cents, maybe 15. 14, 15 cents on this one to start, and then we got to see from there, you know? But that's going to be your first point where you're like, okay, I'm going to take some profits, maybe buy a dip, hold on to a moon bag. Yeah, that one's going to go. You know what? It's not really, though, but it's kind of that bear flag look, too, though. Look, if you cut off this, it's got that bear flag. Right? If you cut this off, and I guess it kind of is with that, but not really. That would more or less be the line. It's kind of a bear flag. This is one that I would step away from. I would say it's too indecisive. There's so many out right now that are just like, this one's going to hit, right? What was it? Like Arrow, I think it was, or like Fartcoin. Like, they're just like certain, like it's going to happen. So like when I see this and it could go either way, it's probably going to be a double bottom and go. But these are the ones where I'm like, you know what? I'm just, if I'm already in it, I'd probably hold it, right? And wait to see for it to pump or for it to break structure and fall below like 8 cents, right? But if I haven't bought it yet, I'm going to look at this and say, this isn't what I'm looking for. Big Baller knows all. Absolutely. Big Baller, he's on top of it. Where to start off trading? That's a good question. I would say start off by educating yourself. Get a good mentor. Get training. Get education. Invest in yourself before you invest in the market. So I offer one-on-one trading for deluxe subscribers, and I offer a technical analysis class. I also offer a top tier coaching where you can schedule time with me once a week for a phone call for like an hour, and we can talk and chat. Let's see, who was next? It was 1 inch, right? 1 inch. Are you sure this isn't my coin? Because it's only 1 inch. Education and trading, yes. So I not just teach you how, I don't just do TA. I don't just do like one thing. I will teach you how to set up your wallet, how to diversify based off of what you have, like come up with a strategy that is specific to your needs, because everyone needs a different strategy. Everyone's situation is different. Everyone's goals are different. So it's a more catered to you and what you need. I think this one should pump. It could go a little bit lower, but this is a double bottom in the making right here. So this one's going to 39 cents, 40 cents. Fan Jam, what's going on, brother? Good to have you in here. Fan Jam, I'm a huge fan, by the way. You were speaking the other day, and I was like, this guy is my spirit animal. Everything that he's saying right now is what I'm doing. If you guys don't follow Fan Jam, make sure you follow Fan Jam. My guy is on point. July was my profit month. Nice. I think my profit month is going to be September, October, and November. I'm going to take profits in each of those months. My sister is about to dive in with 5K. She's brand new and has no experience. What's your suggestion? My suggestion is wait for the bear market. If you're new, you should be waiting for the bear market. Obviously, if you're just not going to do that, then I mean, what was the one we looked at? Arrow. Arrow would be a good one. $5,000, maybe you want to split it up into 2 separate coins. Maybe do a meme coin and a utility coin. It really just depends. But Sydney, you're a deluxe subscriber. Go ahead and send me a DM for one freebie for your sister. I got you. I'll give you one freebie for your sister, and then maybe she'll end up coming in and subscribing. ENA. Oh, yeah. ENA is a good one, too. ENA kind of short term, though, right? That wouldn't be like for a hodler. That would be, you're going to hold that one for a couple days and then sell. Hey, Revolution's in the live. Revolution, are you coming on the show? I'm going to send her an invite. Thank you, Mother of Dragons. Let me see here. If I can send Jessie an invite. See if she comes up. Oh, she's not available. She's like, it's my day off. Fan Jam, thank you for the shares. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, share, all of the things. Click the engagement, you know. Go watch my videos. I'm telling you, I've got some fire memes out there, guys. Some fire memes. Absolutely hilarious. Some of them are just beyond. You're sick? Of course you are. But you're still in the live, and thank you for being here. Chat, my memes are fire. Okay? Meme gold. All right? Brad after it dumps. Yeah, with the dancing guy. Yes. That is the perfect meme. That's the funniest meme I think I ever made. Absolute fire, guys. If you haven't seen it yet, you guys need to see it. It kind of pains me that like most of the community has not seen my memes. And then when they finally do, they're like, holy crap, like this is so funny. No, you can't have me on a panel in this setup. Oh, really? Interesting. Yeah, TikTok definitely loves us. We love TikTok Shop. TikTok is amazing. TikTok Shop has all the best deals. Yeah, Jesse's TikToks go to like 20K views. I know, right? Something is up. And I'll tell you what it is. I'm over here fudding XRP. Anytime I make an anti-XRP or like something funny about XRP, I just get I get hit with the banana every time. Banana to the face. Whack. You know what I need is I need like a plush banana that I can just slap myself in the face with. Would you like that, chat? Slap myself in the face with the banana. Uh-oh. What happened to our music? There we go. Let's see here. Oh no, get well soon, Jesse. Yeah. The 1-inch banana. You know what? We got to find a banana emoji. Hold on. I know there's a banana emoji. There has to be. There is. The 1-inch banana. There you go. Saving that. Done. We are taking a banana rocket ship to the moon with this bad boy. Get your banana while it's still here. Get you a banana. All right, who's got another one? Who's got another one for me? I'll tell you what, Athena looks good. Skull looks good. SKL. Yeah. I'm kind of like really heavy into Fartcoin right now. But after seeing a couple of these, I'm like, all right, I need to put more. I need to diversify a little bit, do a little bit more bags. Did you sell your SXT for Fartcoin again, Oz? No, I bought more SXT. I've got a big bag of SXT. You'll know when I buy SXT because it'll moon candle right after. Make sure you guys dump your bags on me. Oz is a major part holder. Yeah, I'm so invested into SXT. It's pretty ridiculous. I'm pretty much into SXT and Fartcoin are like my two biggest bags because they're big returns, right? Because I have smaller bags than I'm used to having. So like I got to build them up quickly. Most of my money's in defense stocks now. Aerodrome Finance, I got it in at 91 cents. That is good. And I'll tell you what, Aerodrome Finance is going to be massive. What are the things you like most about SXT? Okay. Low market cap. Low coin supply. They don't hold the coin supply and dump onto their holders like XRP. The utility. It's off-chain data verification. It's the only one that does it, and it's partnered with Chainlink and Microsoft. That's why I like it so much. It's a one-of-a-kind, once-in-a-lifetime kind of opportunity. It's the only one like it, and no one's really talking about it right now. It has no narrative, you know? And it's just starting to get narrative. I've been watching it since before it came out. Before it dropped and they were doing the pre-sale, I was watching this coin. And now when it came out, I was like, all right, let's wait for this thing to bottom out. Bottomed out, and I've been accumulating ever since. We don't shill, we love TikTok shop. I'm not shilling, I'm just saying what I see. I see something good and I see something promising. SXT could wreck you guys. Okay? It could wreck you. It doesn't have to move very far at all to just completely demolish your bag. Okay? But at the same time, it's pretty much bottomed out. It's not, it can only go up from here. You know? It's one of those. And we're moving into alt season. I'll tell you what, if this thing gets narrative around alt season, expect to see dollars for a price on it. What's up, Fishy? Or Fishfinity. I said fishy. I meant Fishfinity. A Ponzi scheme? Yeah, if it's a meme coin Ponzi scheme, definitely. But if it has utility, then not so much so. I trade patterns. Yes, I do. I trade more than just patterns, though. I trade the moon cycle. I trade patterns. I trade the news. I trade the Josh indicator. Right now, my biggest indicator for XRP is the Josh indicator. And so far, it seems to be working good. Fishfinity hasn't been here for a minute. I know I've been shadow bananaed for a while. I have been bananaed, and finally we are just peeling back the skin of the banana and getting back to where we were. Heat maps. Look it up. Jesse, you're in the chat. Can you look up heat maps? I see you in other lives too, bro. Yeah, I try to go in and support the other creators. I don't want it to be just about me. I mean, if you can, you don't have to. I'm not paying you today, but if you want to. But yeah, I try to give support to the other creators that I believe are doing good things. And like even Caveman is on the XRP 10K train, whatever, but he's a great guy. Like, I absolutely adore that man. Like, I feel like he's my friend, and he lives a million miles away. And I think that it's great that we can disagree on things and get along. And Caveman's actually coming on the show on the 22nd. He will be our special guest. Next week is packed full of special guests. We have CEOs from all kinds of different projects that are coming on the show. It's going to be phenomenal. Next week, do not miss a live. I'm telling you right now, these are going to be the ones to see. And if you miss them, that's all right. You can watch them on YouTube. But there are going to be some phenomenal CEOs, creators, developers coming on and talking. I'm still working it out. She agreed to it already, but she's also very busy. But the official creator for Solana is coming on the show. The CEO of VY.finance is coming on the show on Monday. The Goat Tribe, the creator of the Goat Tribe and developer, is coming on. My guy literally, he made an NFT of the goat with the twisty mustache for me, and was like, just send me your ADA address and I'll airdrop it to you, and just made it for me, man. And I gotta get a Cardano wallet, because I've never actually used Cardano until now. But I'll tell you what, Cardano is where it's at, and I'm gonna be more into Cardano because of Midnight. Midnight, baby. This isn't even on the market yet. They're airdropping it to anyone that holds Cardano. I believe if you hold Cardano, Solana, XRP, certain coins, at least $100 of it, you will get an airdrop up until like October or November. So that's pretty cool. I'm excited for my Midnight. Midnight coin. It is not on the market yet. This is it right here. This is going to be massive, guys, because why? Privacy matters, okay? Privacy. The next narrative will be privacy and security, not speed and cost. All right? Right now, the narrative is speed and cost. That's why XRP is getting all the love. What truly matters for institutional value is privacy and security. When's the next moon phase? That's a good question. Let me Google it. I think we're moving into like, so basically once we get the waning crescent, that will be down from there. And then when it hits the bottom for the new moon, we'll be looking for an opportunity to buy. When is the next new moon? It's coming up. August 23rd is the next new moon. I like how you ask me a question, then you ignore it. Let me go see. Where's Revolution? I didn't see it in the chat. I see seriously. It must have got bananaed. Sometimes TikTok will censor things that come into the chat. We love TikTok Shop. I can't see it. It's literally not here. What's up with the bananas today? I got hit with a 1-inch banana. That's what's up with the banana. So this is 1 inch And we got a banana. I feel like it needs a gorilla too. Is there a gorilla emoji? There is. Boom. Gorilla. I feel like the gorilla's all wrong. It needs something with a little more pizzazz. A little Shazam. Maybe. Ooh. What else eats bananas? Oh, I know. Boom. This guy right here. This guy rules. Tell me that's not the coolest thing ever. The Loch Ness Monster banana. If you've got a 1-inch Loch Ness Monster banana, raise your hand in the chat. Raise your hand if you've got a 1-inch Loch Ness Monster banana. I've got one. How about you? Seven? You've got 7 1-inch bananas? Dude. Can't wait to sell XRP at 500 trillion market cap. Dude. That's going to be phenomenal. If XRP is at a $500 trillion market cap, what price would it make it? Is that like the 10K mark or the 1K mark? It would be next week. Yeah, probably tomorrow. Because the switch was flipped already back in July, right? It's any day now. How has your trading been today? Did you make any gains on longs and shorts? Fangem. How's your trading experience going, guys? By the way, if I message you that or like, hey, buddy, it's not me. If I message you, I will be very direct, like, hey, whatever. Like, this is why I'm messaging you. I will never lead you with whatever into a conversation first. Like, you're going to know why I'm messaging you. And pretty much I only message people who are already following me. Okay? The fake accounts are ridiculous. There are so many goats out there now. And there's only one goat. All right? There's only one goat. And it's Jessie. Jessie is the goat. Everybody put a goat in chat for Jessie. She's the goat. Is FanJam AI? Right. FanJam is actually AI roadkill. Holy crap, there's a bunch of gifts flying in. I didn't even notice because I took down the gift banner thing. Thank you everyone for all the gifts. I just seen them now. The Tiny Dinos and the TikToks. I'm just going to name your name. AZ, Shane, Revolution, Shane, Jesus, Jfinity, TikTok Seller, Mother Dragons, Alexa, Nate, Big Baller, Francesca, Mr. Pags, 1, Seamont, AB, Ryder, and Mar Lopez. Thank you guys. Mother Dragons, thank you for the finger hearts. Thank you all for your support. Okay? You're never going to see me ask you for gifts ever again. I'm done asking. I am done. But I will always thank you. The gifts are much appreciated. The way I see it is, if I'm bringing value to the table, then you guys will want to support me. That's where I'm at with it. What's with the banana and dragon? I walked away for a few. So this is the chart for 1 inch. So this is the 1-inch Loch Ness Monster banana. The Loch Ness Monster banana. That's what's going on there. And if you've got a monster Loch Ness banana, put a 1 in the chat. Everybody put a 1 in the chat if you've got a 1-inch Loch Ness Monster banana. I'm leaving it up here because when I upload it to YouTube, this is what people are going to see. Seamont's got a Loch Ness Monster banana. My body hurts. From the floor down, laughing my ass off. Absolutely. That is my goal, is to bring entertainment and value to you guys, okay? I figure, as a creator, I need to be somewhat entertaining, right? I can't just be TAing all day long and doing the news. Let's have fun. Speaking of the news, maybe it's time for some news. So the SEC Leadership in Digital Finance Revolution, was July 31st they posted. So basically Project Crypto, right, is what they're talking about. And I believe tomorrow there will be an announcement on Project Crypto. I think it's going to be a nothing burger. I think this is why we're bullish. And this will probably be a sell the news scenario. And I have a feeling they're going to announce that they're not buying Bitcoin and that they're just holding the Bitcoin that they confiscate, which is what we already know. And when that happens, I think that's the kickoff for alt season. TikTok seller says, fan jam your AI, bro. You can't convince me you're real. Dude, fan jam. I absolutely love your sentiment, man. And everything that you say on the panels, bro, you are one of the most knowledgeable people in like finance in this space. You understand the way money works, just like I do. And I believe credit should be given where credit is due. Follow this man. Fan Jam 2025. Is he real? Yeah, he's the real one. That's the real one. Yeah, Fan Jam is phenomenal. I hear him in the panels and I am just blown away. If it's the real Fan Jam. Absolutely phenomenal. The things that this man says, he's on point. It's everything I've been telling you. XTZ. I'm not cool enough to have fake ones. They're much smarter people than me. Nah, brother. Yeah, it's the real one. I'm glad to have you here in the chat, brother. I respect you. XTZ. XTZ. Is this it? Is this the chart for XTZ? It looks good. Man, look at that thing. This thing's probably going to do this. Up here. Let's see here, like October, November. Yeah. $2.25, baby. Maybe $2.33. Something like that. Something like that. But more short term. Let's take a look at it more short term. It looks like it's coming down. It looks like it could be coming down first. I would say a good buy point would be 0.695. Maybe it comes down here. 0.57. Short term, it looks like it's going down. It kind of looks like a bull flag here, but it's got these wicks that kind of throws it off. And look at it does this thing, the cycles where it peaks and then it drops and it peaks and then it drops and it peaks and it drops and it peaks and then it drops. So I wouldn't be surprised if it even comes down lower. Unless this is like right here and it's gonna go. But if this is gonna go up to that price of like 220, it's gonna do it soon. It's gonna do like as soon as alt season kicks off, this thing's just gonna go bam, and then it's gonna be over. Hey, is UB in here? When you put like at UB or at Wadi Crypto, is that a way of you tagging them to come watch the show? I didn't know you could do that. Everybody hashtag FYP, hashtag for you, hashtag crypto in the chat. Hashtag for you, hashtag FYP in the chat. And smash the like button. We're at 28K likes. That's pretty good. Those are rookie numbers, though. We got to bump those numbers up. We need to get to 100K likes. Okay? You got 2 hours to completely blow your thumbs out for the next week. All right? Hashtag crypto news. Love it. And that's a great segue back into the news. So we've got the Project Crypto coming up. It's going to be a nothing burger. I just feel it. It's going to be a sell the news. I know it. Everyone's going to FOMO before it'll take it up. Make sure you take profits as soon as the speech starts, or halfway through or the end, somewhere around there. All right. Let's give this a listen to.
Bitcoin's all-time high gains vanished hours later. Here's why. Key takeaways. BTC futures premium remains neutral, indicating traders were unfazed by the recent $6,630 price drop. The Bitcoin options skew and macroeconomic concerns suggest limited appetite for a breakout above $120,000. Bitcoin, BTC, faced a sharp rejection after reaching a $124,089 all-time high on Thursday. The drop below $117,500 triggered $227 million in leveraged liquidations on bullish positions, though derivatives metrics were largely unaffected by the move. Are traders overreacting to U.S. inflation data, or is there something within the cryptocurrency market itself preventing a clean break above the $122,000 level? BTC 3-month futures annualized premium. Source: Levitus.ch. The BTC futures annualized premium was barely affected by the $6,630 decline. The indicator currently stands at 9%, within the neutral 5% to 10% range. This suggests the recent record high was not fueled by excessive leverage, and that traders remained relatively calm despite the slide below $118,000. Still, the data hints at a lack of confidence in a rally toward $150,000. Is higher inflation behind Bitcoin's crash? Some might argue that the 3.3% annual rise in the U.S. Producer Price Index, PPI, for July pushed traders to be more risk-averse, as the inflation figure came in hotter than anticipated. The initial negative reaction reflected lower odds of multiple interest rate cuts. However, the S&P 500 eventually erased its intraday losses, indicating that Bitcoin's sharp correction was likely driven by other factors. Implied odds for U.S. Fed rates by Jan 2026. Source: CME FedWatch. According to the CME FedWatch tool, The implied probability of the Federal Reserve trimming rates to 3.75% or lower by January 2024 now stands at 61%, compared with 67% 1 week earlier. This signals reduced confidence in aggressive monetary easing, a backdrop that tends to weigh on risk assets such as Bitcoin. Traders appear to have reacted negatively to U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent's remarks that the government has no plans to expand Bitcoin purchases for its strategic reserve. In an interview with Fox Business, Bessent also dismissed the idea of reallocating proceeds from a potential reevaluation of Treasury gold into Bitcoin. That message ran counter to market expectations, since the executive order signed by U.S. President Donald Trump in
That
March
was never going to
specifically
happen.
cited budget-neutral
Never going to
strategies
happen.
for acquiring additional Bitcoin. Bitcoin options market shows resilience. To understand if Bitcoin traders anticipate further downside, one should assess the BTC options delta skew. A higher cost for put, sell, options usually indicates a bearish market, causing the indicator to move above the neutral 6% threshold. Bitcoin 30-day options delta skew, put call, at Deribit. Source: Levitus.ch. At present, the Bitcoin options skew stands at 3%, suggesting a balanced risk outlook consistent with a healthy market. Importantly, traders have shown resilience even as Bitcoin repeatedly failed to hold above $120,000. While this does not imply confidence in a sustained rally, it does show little fear of a retest of the $110,000 support level. Related, Bitcoin briefly flips Google market cap as investors eye rally above $124,000. Since U.S. equities erased most of their losses following the latest inflation release, it is likely that Bitcoin traders used the move toward all-time highs to secure profits. The broader concern seems to stem from macroeconomic conditions, particularly as U.S. government debt surpassed the $37 trillion milestone. Bitcoin remains well-positioned for potential gains in 2025, supported by central banks expanding their balance sheets to offset budget imbalances. Still, judging by muted activity in derivatives markets, enthusiasm for a decisive breakout above $120,000 appears limited. This article is for general information purposes and is not intended to be and should not be taken as legal or investment advice. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed here are the author's alone, and do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions of Cointelegraph.
Not financial advice, ladies and gentlemen. This is not financial advice. This is just good old-fashioned journalism. All right. Alt season, baby. This is an indicator for me, man. Bitcoin's about to lose dominance. That's what I'm talking about. You know what? I seen a video where Be the Change. I don't talk about Be the Change enough on here, but he made a video about the 589 XRP, right? From The Simpsons. And I think Jesse debunked that wasn't actually in the Simpsons. So I do think that it's interesting, though. Be the Change's video where he said that historically, every time that Bitcoin's dominance drops to 58.9%, alt season starts. And we are like right on the cusp of that. I think we're at like 59 right now. Right? We're like 59%, and it's at 58.9 is the cusp of alt season. That's where I think we're at, baby. I think that it's one of those, rabbit hole type things, but I found it very interesting. $50.90. Try $5.08.9. So yeah, I'm thinking alt season. And I'll tell you what. SXT's an alt, baby. And you know what comes after alt season? And I was talking with Cosmic Crypto and Bullish Babe about this today. That after alt season is meme coins. That's why I bought Fartcoin when it dipped. When it hit below $1, I was like, I'm buying this thing. Because I'm pre-buying for meme coin season, and I think that there's a potential that meme coin season runs with alt season. So I want to be prepared. Because I'll tell you what, like the meme coins are going to run hard when they do. Obviously, there's a lot more of them. So the liquidity is more spread out, but Fartcoin's a top tier, baby. And that was the big performer, right? Already. That one's going to do massive, massive things in my opinion. So I'm buying up alts and I'm buying up memes, baby. Don't forget about Pepe. Oh yeah, Pepe is going to do cool stuff. I think Fartcoin, Pudgy are going to probably perform the best. Have you guys been watching Zora? Big Baller turned me on to Zora. I made some money off that one. That one did pretty well. I was actually really surprised. Well, I wasn't surprised because like anything Big Baller says to buy, I listen to him now because it does well. It always does well. Even if it's already like going off, when he tells me, I buy it. As long as I'm like in and out of it, like I still make money. Where do you buy Zora? I think it's on pretty much everywhere. I think it's even on Coinbase. But narrative is going to be everything. All right? When it comes to meme coins, even meme coins, and maybe not so much narrative, but like traction, right? Pudgy Penguins has massive traction. I mean, look I have my Pudgy Penguin right here. Okay? Brand recognition. Okay? They have playing cards, they have stickers, they have emotes in TikTok. When you say hello, a little Pudgy Penguin will come up that says hello. You know? That's going to be big. Fartcoin is going to be massive. It's a fart joke, for God's sakes. Like, things like that, they're going to do very well. You won't have to look far. You don't have to chase the next meme coin, right? You just have to know, like, what is going to do well. This is the Star Wars of meme coins. If you know anything about Star Wars, okay? When Star Wars came out, Star Wars was so huge because of brand recognition. They put Star Wars on everything. And it was kind of a new thing back in 1977, right? Is when Star Wars came out. They put Star Wars on everything. Lunchboxes, mugs, pencils, books, you name it, it's got Star Wars on it. Even to this day, they still put Star Wars on everything. If you can think of it, they make a Star Wars version of it, okay? Like I got my little Star Wars bobblehead, right? My little Yoda. You guys remember Baby Yoda from the beginning of the show when we first started? You guys remember this little guy? I have an upgraded version. I got this guy now. It's still a bobblehead, but he's in the little thing floating around. I kind of want to make it so this guy is just like right here. Got to figure out a way to put him on like a tripod or something. Oh. But Star Wars, brand recognition, even all these years later. What is that? Like 50 years plus? 1977, that's like what? Almost 50 years, right? And they're still putting Star Wars on things. I've got Yoda lights in my room. Nice. But the idea is brand recognition. Pudgy Penguins has brand recognition. Look at this guy. How can you not love this? I absolutely love this thing. Actually, here. It's going on my glasses. All right. I got my little Pudgy. It's so cute. How can you not love this thing, right? Pudgy Penguins is going nowhere anytime soon, okay? And Fartcoin. Fart jokes have been around for thousands of years. They're not going anywhere. The original Star Wars VHS tapes never opened it. Brother, I have Star Wars on Laserdisc. I have Star Wars on Laserdisc. Is that crazy or what? I actually have Star Wars on, what is it, 8mm film? You know, the rolls? I have Star Wars on that as well. I have A New Hope on a reel. Might be worth something one day. It's the original ending. Ooh, nice. You know what? I think it's worth something now. I'll tell you this right now. My dad is an avid Star Wars collector, and he would buy it for sure. But he's like me. He's cheap. He ain't going to give you nothing for it. But there are definitely Star Wars collectors out there right now. Star Wars is going nowhere. What did Trump change on 401ks? I didn't hear about that. Let's take a look. See, Jesse's the fact checker. Make sure you subscribe to her. August 2025, President Donald Trump made changes to 401k plans. The primary focus of executive orders to expand investment choices for 401k and other plans. Oh, is this where they're allowed to, you can buy crypto now with 401ks? The change opened significant 401k market investments previously less accessible to individual investors, potentially leading to higher returns and diversification of young savers, private equity. However, concerns exist regarding the potential risks, higher fees, reduced transparency, and less liquid, more complex investments compared to traditional options. Full implementation may slow as plan providers. I think this, I think I had read something about this. So alternative investments, it basically gives people more control over their 401k. But me as a trader, I don't have a 401k. Okay, I'm retired. I cashed out my 401k to trade, and it was the best decision I ever made. Yeah, I had to pay 10% taxes on it, but I made my 10% back in my first trade. So, and I realized, I was like, why am I paying, for these companies to manage my money when literally that's what I do is I manage money. This is Trump pushing with adoption not being clear. I think it's one of those things where it's like maybe, okay, Trump's into crypto. He's into it early, and he has everything to gain by pumping the markets. Okay, so if he's into more riskier investments and allows other people to get into riskier investments, then they could potentially drive that price up, but then also get demolished, and then they can't retire, and they become like slaves. Who knows? Like, that's hard to say. You're speaking in terms of 401k. Got you. Trump said he hates sending digital money, even though he milks out his meme coins. Yeah, right. He likes it. Live visibility restricted, recommendations and results. What? What did I do? What did I do? Jesse, if you're watching, can you message MVP for me and let them know I'm bananaed? Is it the Pudgy Penguin? Is that what did it? Or was it the orange man on the screen? I was literally just reading something off of Google. Let me see. Oh, gosh. And there goes the. Not only did it hurt the show by visibility, it also hurt the show by like stopping it in the middle of what we're doing. And then people are like, oh, I'm scrolling onward. This is ridiculous. I am so sick of the haters. And I know who's doing it is the problem. And why can't you just be an adult and move on and go watch something else? If you don't like what you're hearing, then don't be here. God, it's annoying. All right, back to the news. Let's give this a gander here.
Citigroup weighs crypto custody as ETFs, stablecoins gain momentum. Wall Street giant Citigroup is weighing plans to offer cryptocurrency custody and payment services, aiming to capitalize on a market bolstered by Trump-era regulatory approvals and pro-industry legislation. Biswarup Chatterjee, a Citigroup executive, told Reuters that the bank's initial focus would likely be custody services for high-quality assets backing stablecoins. Chatterjee works within Citigroup's Services Division, which manages treasury, payments, cash management, and other enterprise solutions for large corporations. The bank is also exploring custody offerings for crypto-linked exchange-traded products, which could include Bitcoin, BTC, and Ether, ETH, exchange-traded funds, ETFs. There needs to be custody of the equivalent amount of digital currency to support these ETFs, Chatterjee said. Bitcoin ETFs have surged in popularity since their debut in early 2024. According to BitBo, the 12 U.S. spot Bitcoin ETF issuers now hold nearly 1.3 million BTC, about 6.2% of the total circulating supply. BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin Trust, IBIT, is the largest, with an estimated market value of around $88 billion. Inflows into U.S. spot Bitcoin ETFs have surged in recent months, as BTC's price rallied to new all-time highs. Source: BitBo. After a slow start, Ether ETFs have seen a surge of inflows, with BlackRock's Ethereum fund becoming the third fastest in history to reach $10 billion in assets. Related, SEC approves in-kind creations and redemptions for crypto ETPs. Custody, payments wouldn't be Citi's first move into crypto. Citigroup's exploration of custody and payment services wouldn't mark its first foray into the cryptocurrency market. Earlier this year, the bank partnered with Switzerland's SIX Digital Exchange to leverage blockchain technology to improve private markets through tokenization. Citi has been eyeing tokenization since at least 2023, when it described the technology as the next killer use case in crypto, estimating it could reach a $5 trillion market valuation by 2030. Citi was also reportedly among several Wall Street giants, including JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, and Bank of America, exploring the possibility of issuing a joint stablecoin. A recent report by Ripple, CB Insights, and the UK Centre for Blockchain Technologies ranked Citigroup among the most active institutional investors in blockchain companies, with 18 deals between 2020 and 2024. Citi is among the most active institutional investors in blockchain companies. Source: Ripple. Traditional financial institutions have been buoyed by Trump-era efforts to provide regulatory clarity for the crypto sector, initiatives that have extended to the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, and the recent passage of the U.S. Genius Act, a key stablecoin law. In July, the House of Representatives passed the Clarity Market Structure Bill, the Anti-CBDC Surveillance State Act, and the Genius Act. Related, crypto biz, Wall Street giants bet on stablecoins.
I'm on the phone with my agent right now. Yeah, I'm shadow banned right now. No, I'm still live right now. I'm actually in the middle of the show right now on the phone with you. But yeah, it says I can't be in the FYP. I'm going to let you go because I'm in the middle of the show. See if you can help me out. Thank you. MVP Network is so great. If I can't get a hold of her, she's just live, and I just go hit her up in her live. It's amazing. Best network ever. Let's see here. Oh, appeal was approved. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Like clockwork. Everybody hashtag FYP, hashtag crypto. Hit the like button. I'm not going to ask you to send gifts, but if you want to send gifts, send gifts. Whatever we can to get back into the algorithm would be great. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate your love and support. All right, so crypto prices plunge after shock inflation report. The biggest cryptocurrencies in the world dipped sharply Thursday after the latest inflation data showed wholesale prices are rising much faster than expected. The price of Bitcoin is down 3.8% on the day. Ethereum is down 4%, and Ripple is down 6.1%, according to CoinMarketCap. Crypto prices are responding to the Producer Price Index for July, which measures the average change in price from U.S. manufacturers and service providers. It rose by 0.9% according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. I think that number is flawed. It's probably much worse than that, the 0.9%. I'd say it's probably 2 or 3%. And we always get BS numbers, right? If you want to know what the real numbers are, okay, just go to the grocery store, go to the gas pump, go look at your electricity bill and see how much it's gone up since last year. And that'll tell you the truth, okay? It's not that we don't need Daddy Trump to do math for us, okay? I'm pretty sure we all went to math class. Some of you guys probably didn't. You ditched and you were smoking doobers in the bathroom. But I would say for the majority of us in finance, we know how to do math, okay? I was not born yesterday. I know better, okay? Went to the store. Everything's up 2.7%. Trump was right. Yeah, I went to the store and everything's up like 30 to 50%, if not more. Okay? Since inflation started with COVID, everything is like up 50%. And they're saying it's like 2%. Come on. Spare me. Spare me the nonsense. You know, at least, you know, put on some lipstick. Take me out to dinner. Because I like to be wined and dined before I get effed. You know? Midnight. Midnight's going to be huge, guys. I cannot stress to you how big midnight is going to be. I cannot stress to you. This is going to be massive. It's not on the market yet. You can get the airdrop, but it's not on the market yet. No dinner, just plain. Yep. No Vaseline, baby. No Vaseline. Federal Reserve cuts may not lower mortgage rates, analyst warns. And I wanted to talk about this, okay? So, Neo 2.0 came into my live the other day and was giving me a hard time. I had to block him because we're having some pretty prominent CEOs coming in, and we just can't have haters in the live right now. I don't have any space for it. We're getting shadow bananaed like crazy. So if you're not enjoying the show or you're angry or something like that, you just gotta go right now, because I do not have time for the insolence. So, but he was saying like, oh, well, you're rich, so how is interest rates not coming down not going to be good for Americans? And I'm like, this is why. Because the markets are going to tank because of it. They're going to be a reactionary rate cut. So because of job reports or something like that, that's what's going to be the reason for the rate cut, which is not going to be good, and it's going to end the bull run, okay? And people think that just because we get a rate cut means that mortgage rates are going to go down and make housing more available. When does midnight go live? That's a good question. I'll answer that in a little bit. But just because of rate cuts come does not mean mortgage rates are going to come down, which is what I've been trying to explain to people. Okay? It's going to kill the bull run, and it's going to not help the housing market. The only thing it's going to help is the government will be able to refinance their debt. That's it. So it's not good for everyday average Americans, but I am Darth Vader because I'm speaking the truth about it. Yeah, I fear they're going to cut them. I kind of fear they do too. I fear they do too. At the same time, I'm thinking that maybe it's all just theater. It's let's get people ramped up to think that we're going to cut rates so that it pumps the market and then everything just stays the same. Yeah, they use the moon cheese, right? It's not coming down anytime soon. Exactly. So we are not necessarily going to have good things come from a rate cut. Politicians are all about their theater. Absolutely. And this is what I was trying to explain. And being attacked because somebody listened to another person and decided to jump on the hate train, unfortunately, they're not here now, so they can't get this information. And I feel bad for these people because they act like I'm the evil one here. And when I'm just trying to lay it out for you the way it is, man. Like, this is the way it is. And if you don't like what I have to say, that's fine. If you need the hopium and you need the moon cheese, there are plenty of creators out there that are shilling it out like crazy, okay? I care about you people. I really do. And I want everyone to make it, and I want you all to become financially free. That's why I'm here. You sent a galaxy earlier? Thank you guys for all the gifts. I appreciate you. What's up, Meet Damon? How you doing, buddy? 10-year bond does what it wants. Yeah. I'm telling you right now, rate cuts are not what you want. Short-term gratification for a long-term loss. You want hopium? Go watch Calvin. Oh my God. Yeah. You know what's funny is Sarah's coming on the show, and Sarah is the moderator for Calvin Hill. And I'm going to talk to her about it. I'm going to talk to her I want to talk a little Calvin, but I also want her to talk. I'm kind of leave it to her and Jesse for that live and just kind of kick back. But I do have some questions. and maybe we can get Calvin on here for an interview. I'm hoping so. I actually got to speak with Wendy O finally, and I got to be in her live and talk with her. Wendy O is actually really smart. At the same time, I think she misreads headlines. You know, like she reads the news and reads into them, but I think that she's pretty much on point. But as far as the Ripple case goes, I don't think she understands what it means when the case has been dropped. And I think that's either by design or just lack of education. And that's not a bad thing. Like, not everyone went to law school, right? Not everyone understands these things. So I get it. Like, we are being manipulated. It is very easy to fall into false information these days. So I do not hold it against them. My point is to educate people. And so, like, if I can reach someone like Wendy O or Calvin Hill, it's a good thing, because maybe we can get them on the right side. Maybe we can help them to realize that we want to help the people here, not hinder them. We don't want to spread moon cheese, but maybe that's their thing. You know, that's not for me to decide. They're the creator. That's their space. They can do whatever they want with it, right? But if we can bring people like that into this space, maybe we can do more good. That's the whole point. One Dread, how's it going? Thank you for the roses. Appreciate you. So, key takeaways: potential home buyers and President Donald Trump have wanted the Federal Reserve to cut its influential interest rates in hopes of mortgage rates would fall in response. However, economists and analysts say that mortgage rates are unlikely to fall meaningfully below 6.5% in the near future because of the bond market's influence. Bond traders would likely help bring long-term rates down if they felt the economy was in danger of a downturn. Boom! There it is, and that will happen. The economy will have a downturn. It is coming, okay? And that will bring those rates down. But in the meantime, what's going to take is a market crash, baby. All right? Housing market. You're not going to be able to sell your home. You're going to be stuck. Then it's always reactionary with these people. They do not make changes and do things in order to help a situation, right? They always react to after the fact. They never do preventative maintenance. They could literally, like, if it was a car, like changing your oil regularly. No. Instead, what they want to do is they want to put in a new engine instead of changing the oil regularly. Athena looks like it's going to go. Man, I tell you, I always see these things when we're live, and then I can't jump into them because we're doing the show. I need like a stockbroker to handle my trades while I'm live. What's the ticker on Athena? ENA? Oh, yeah. Athena's about to go, baby. Look at that. In front of your eyes, the goat has spoken, ladies and gentlemen. The goat has spoken, and thus shall it be so. I wouldn't say that's a textbook cup. That's a tilted cup, which is just as good. I would say the tilted cup is probably more bullish, in my opinion. But the regular cup and handle is more of like a rocket straight up, whereas the tilted cup is more of like a zigzag up. The goat has spoken. ENA is about to take off to an all-time high. It could potentially double top. This is very possible. That is very possible. And I would say somewhat likely considering the timeline. However, let's see, that doesn't match the timeline. So I think it's about to be parabolic. I think this is what we're going to see. Where is it at? Where is it hiding? Where are you hiding, my little emoji? Where's the rocket emoji? Oh, it's right here. Boom. This one is about to go. All right. Ozzy, were you born the year of the goat? No, I was not. I don't even know what year I was born. I'm guessing I was born the year of the goat because I am the goat. What's going on, Nico? I'm going to save this just so I can come back and be like, told you so. I see $1 in this one's future soon. $1 by September. CryptoFam Yubi. Ozman, glad to have you back. Yubi, is that you? Do you have a new account? Did you get bananaed? Yubi is one of my favorite people in this space. The backup one. Gotcha. Welcome, Yubi. I absolutely love Yubi. He is so on point. Let's see here. Mina. Let's put on some tunage. Ooh, Mina looks good. Mina's an inverted Head and Shoulders or a descending channel. Mina looks good. That looks good to me, baby. Who said Mina? Seamont did. And then I also see... I see this too, which is kind of an alignment. Boom. That looks good to me, baby. I'm digging it. We're going to talk about this one coming up. This project right here. If you've got your phone, I got a little QR code here. Let me see if I can get it close to the camera. Get your phones out. That one right there, baby. I'll give you guys just a minute. Scan that bad boy. Scan that bad boy. We're gonna cover that one though. I'm gonna try to get the CEO on the show. Didn't work. All right. Don't worry. I will take a picture of it and post it. And I'm gonna try to get the CEO on here and we're gonna talk more about it. I got a lot of CEOs coming onto the show. I got to act more professional. I got to hide the pudgy. and put on a suit and tie and pretend like I'm not some weird influencer. What coin is that? Ooh, you're going to have to come on to my channel and I will post it tonight. I will post the QR code and all the information tonight. All right. And make sure you guys are coming into onto my channel regularly. Just type in Oz the Crypto Goat in the search bar. Right? That is actually the best form of engagement that you can do for me, is to actually go in the search bar and click and search Oz the Crypto Goat. And go into my page and watch and engage. That helps so much. TikTok wants you to go into the search bar and put in my name. That's how it works. When I had the email alert system, we were trending on TikTok all the time. I need to start doing that again. You know what? I think I'm going to bring the daily price points back just so that I can be trending on TikTok every single day. Dress the way you want. These days, nobody cares about a suit. Yeah, I guess so. Maybe I'll put on like something nice, maybe a tie. I mean, you can't even really see the tie because of the microphone. I like to dress nice. You know, I'm wearing the hat and the shirt because these are products from different organizations at Rare Evo that gave me merchandise to wear on the show, and so that I could promote their product because I believe in it. I think that what they're doing is awesome. You know, there's one that I really, really, really like. And it has to do with bees. And we're going to have them on the show. They're actually affiliated with the goats. All right. The bees are affiliated with the goats. And I just, the people doing the goat stuff, the goat tribe, what they're doing with bees and beekeeping in blockchain technology is just, this is the next era of tokenization and blockchain technology. What's a good exit on Mina? That's a good question. Simon, I'll tell you this. We are doing exit strategies in the TA class right now. We're going to be going more over, like, we're kind of in entries right now. We're going to be covering more exit strategy stuff. You might benefit from exit strategies if you don't already know, like DCing out. There's a few different techniques that you can use. I would say it's hard to say, right? Let's go from this one to this one. I don't know, 516. I think it's going to go way higher than that. I think it at least goes to $1.22. But if you're in the TA class, you'd be able to pull this out of your butt right now. And no. Let's see, when did this come out? 2022. Let's say that this is a descending wedge right here. That would send it up to here, 262 to 303. This one's going to be harder to tell. Okay. I would lean more towards like the 250 zone on this one and DCA out. It may not do anywhere near that. Okay. It may do nothing like that. The liquidity is more spread out than it's ever been. Okay. Short term, it's coming to 50, 60 cents, probably more like 55 cents. Okay. Short term. And maybe that's it. I'm not buying the whole super cycle narrative. I'm leaning towards the opposite of the underwhelming cycle. There's just more projects than there's ever been. It can only go into so many. And I think that's why the XRP narrative is so strong right now and why they're just pushing the moon cheese so hard, because there are some big players that got into that thing early on, and they've been holding it for a very long time, and they need to see a certain amount of return from that investment. And they got to bleed it. Spell it M-I-N-A. Mina. M-I-N-A. I'll put it in the chat for you. Interesting, though. MPLX. MPLX. I think we're going to see all-time highs in a lot of projects. You know, the more prominent ones. But these ones, if they're not on, if I don't even know what they are, like, or I've just, you know, if you haven't heard of them, they're just something new, they're probably not going to do parabolic things. Well, MPLX is, that's different person. Okay, MPLX. Metaplex. Ooh, I like the name. It just sounds like money. Okay. Okay, I see you. Who found this one? This was TikTok seller. Of course you did. See, I love that TikTok seller. You're in the TA class, and I've noticed that since you've been in the TA class, you're noticing what to look for, and you're finding the new projects. You're finding the good buys. I'm so proud of you, young man. Let's see here. Looks like we got a double top here. Going to the 4 hour. Look at that beautiful double top. The double top has not quite played out yet. Technically it has, but I would say right here at this zone at 16 cents would be technically played out. But if it's creating, this could just be one of those dips where it's trying to hit a bunch of stop losses and then buy up. I'm seeing the buy pressure. This may be, you know, just a jab at the stop losses, and it could take off from here. Things potentially should get bullish tonight or tomorrow, you know, because of speculation. And who knows, maybe the news is just like some crazy thing. Yeah, we're going to mass accumulate Bitcoin and XRP and Ethereum and all these different things, and we're going to implement all this blockchain technology in the US government and blah, blah, blah. I don't think that's happening, but if they did, that would be pretty freaking bullish, right? I think tomorrow's a big nothing burger. I think rate cuts is going to be the same. I think we get a rate cut maybe September, November. I hope it's not in September. I hope, for the love of all that is crypto, please, no rate cut till November. Please. I'm begging the crypto gods, shine your light upon me, okay? Shine your light, okay? Put your glow upon the charts and not let a rate cut come. Hey, do you guys like the brighter light on me? Does that look good? I feel like it looks kind of cool. You like the brighter light? I always did it dark because I felt like it was more ominous. Because, like, you see the background and it's just like, rah. But I guess we could go brighter. I kind of like the brighter. I'm a pretty looking guy, right? You know? Can you see me more? Elon said no rate cuts, call him. I got Elon on speed dial right now. I will call Elon and have him in the room here in 5 minutes. Elon's like on the other side of that wall right there. Elon is my boy, my G, all right? Making big things happen here. Midnight, baby. Midnight. Rate cut looks unlikely with those inflation numbers, which is good. Yes. And the problem is when we do get rate cuts, it'll be a reactionary rate cut, which is bad. Because they are coming. It's just when, right? Bright Aesthetics says, hi, Redman. How you doing? Welcome to the show. So let's see here. The double bottom, technically, I would say yes. Theoretically, this is played out, okay? Theoretically, yes, but I would say no, okay? Down here, 16 cents. Then the pattern is fulfilled, okay? But that doesn't mean necessarily that it has to do that, right? It can do whatever it freaking wants. This is the MPLX. All right. So this one is one that when everything else that's about to sends and you take your profits, then you're going to move it into this one when it dips at the 16-cent mark. And then this one will go next. And then so on and so forth. And you're just trading it back and forth. That's where you're going to make a lot of money is by trading this way, right? And you're just constantly catching green candles. Boom, 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 boom. Actually, what you're doing is you're catching red candles, all right? You want to be chasing red candles, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we're looking for. So I see these red candles and I'm like, okay, you know, maybe it's fulfilled right here. Maybe I put a little bit in, all right? And if it dips more, I'll buy a little bit more. Because look at that long movement. This is, okay. This has been out since July 24th. Okay, it's a new coin. It's making strong, heavy movement, right? Really volatile, right? When I see something like this, and I see this long red drop, this is where I would DCA. Okay? I would put 1, 3, and 9 on this. At those levels, and eventually it has to turn up and it will take off and it will be a profitable trade and you will make money if you take profits. The other one has more data on it. Oz, go to the crypto chart, not the exchange ones. Okay, I got it. Let's see, was MPLX. Crypto. Oh, yeah, look at that. Is that the right one? Am I on the right chart, ladies and gentlemen? Is that it right there? Aha! That's an inverted head and shoulders, baby. That is an inverted head and shoulders, or that's that ascending flag, too. Look at that. Look at that ascending flag. We're getting higher highs and higher lows. I'm seeing a wonky head and shoulders, but nonetheless somewhat of a head and shoulders. They're never textbook, and it could, you know, dip a little bit more and then take off from there. So this is one that I would DCA as well. It would dip down a little bit, which would fulfill the head and shoulders. I'd buy now because it's the flag. If it dips more, it's the inverted head and shoulders. Either way, this thing is looking like it wants to go for an uptick. We have a reversal happening here. where we're not getting the lower lows and we're going for a higher high. An inverted head and shoulders would be a reversal. And what we've seen here is that the new low is not coming down below this low. This looks good. This looks juicy. I'm digging it. Inverted head and shoulders would take us to 25.5, and that's a good psychological zone. That is perfect. Yeah, little TA class in the live. I'm trying to let people know that I have some skills that I can teach them. They're not going to quite understand this stuff. You're in the class, so you get it, right? But if you're not understanding what I'm trying to explain to you right now, and you want to learn that, I can teach you. I can teach you how to lightning TA without drawing any lines, without doing anything but looking at the chart real quick and give you lightning TA like I do. And I'll tell you what, if you learn how to do this like I do, you could be a creator as well, because I don't see anybody else doing it like this. If you could show me one other creator that can TA as accurate as I do without pulling up any indicators, out drawing any lines, let me know, because I need to shake their hand. What's up, Morgan Brittle? How you been, brother? Haven't seen you around for a while. It's always great to have you. It's great to have everybody. TA Token. You got it, brother. You know, I just want to tell you guys, I absolutely love and adore and appreciate everything. The fact that you guys come in here day in and day out and you watch me, this ugly redheaded dude with a twisty mustache, scream at the top of his lungs about XRP, you know, I appreciate you guys so much. And whether you subscribe or not, whether you send gifts or not, whether you like or not, the fact that you're here watching, it warms my heart. That is, you know, I had a talk with Jessie about this the other day because she was like, she thought I was upset because she was getting all the gifts. I've never cared about the gifts. Never have I cared. What I care about is engagement. I want people to see this show because I want to reach more people. I want to help more people. And I've kind of gotten away from explaining that sentiment and telling you guys, because I've gotten really focused on the news and the day in and day out. And I just have to tell you guys, like, all I ever wanted was someone to watch. I don't care if I ever make a dime doing this. I will make money trading. The only thing that matters to me is your viewership. And the more viewers, the more I appreciate what I do. Like, I'm not wasting my time. My main thing is I don't want to be crazy. I don't want to be a crazy guy sitting in a padded room talking to the wall. That would be crazy, right? And you guys show up here every single day and you show so much support. So many of you, and even other creators. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate everything you bring to this space, and that's why I come to this space. Eating the bugs. Yes. HD Malicious, what happened to your subscription, brother? It's all right. If you can't subscribe, that's all right, brother. I totally understand. I get it. I just appreciate having you here. You're one of the few, well, I wouldn't say few. There was actually quite a few people that showed up to the meet and greet. It was a pleasure to actually meet you in person and shake your hand and play craps with you in Vegas. Thank you, brother. You know, that was my birthday party. And you guys showed up for my birthday party. Thank you so much. I'm like tearing up, man. Because there are massive creators out there that have meet and greets and no one shows. And you guys were there. People bought me dinner. They played games with me all night. I kept running into fans consistently. And it was just incredible. I do this for you guys, for the fans. I love my fans so much. Look at. I love my fans. This is my biggest fan. Actually, my biggest fan is in the other room. Thank you, guys. You know, I don't know. I got on people started hating me, and I started letting it get to me again. It's been a long time since the haters have gotten to me. And I had to just remember that people are just going to hate you. That's all they can do is hate, you know? And in a world of hate, I want to bring love and help and change people's lives. That's what it's really about. Simon, thank you for the manifesting. Thank you so much for the gifts, guys. There are so many gifts in here. I can't even read them all out, and I do apologize if I did not call out your gift. I do apologize. Your gifts mean the world to me. You guys spend your hard-earned money on me. And I never thought that anyone would ever give me a dime doing this, to be honest with you. I thank you guys so much. We made a whole $14 today. I removed the gift goals and the subscription goals. I don't know if they're up there or not. I did that on purpose because I don't want people to think that that's what I'm here for. You know, I want to be a profitable business here because this is a business, but I've come to the realization that that's not what really matters, and eventually this will become profitable, and I just need to be more patient, because after going to Vegas this week, the people that are coming on the show, the direction this show is headed, we're going to be massive. I don't need to worry about it anymore. I don't need to worry about becoming big. We're well on our way to becoming a massive show. And we did it because of you. More people need to take your TA class. Yeah, HD is in the TA class, and especially if you're new. If you're new, this TA class is going to benefit you the most because you're not going to learn bad things and have to unlearn them. You know what I mean? Morningstar Inc. Is that that's a project, right? I think I own Morningstar. That sounds familiar. All right, Token. Token looks like that same double bottom thing here. Right? So I would say this thing's going to 40 cents. At the same time, we got that bear flag thing forming right here. Right? But I don't believe it's a bear flag. And it's so new, it's hard to chart. I'm going to lean towards bullish on this one. I'm kind of leaning bullish, guys. I know. There are some that are less bullish than others, but we're moving into alt season, okay? There was a time and a place for me to be the bear of the market, okay? I was the bear. All right, everyone called me the bear. And then all of a sudden one day, I flipped it and I was like, we're bullish. And I've been bullish ever since because we're moving into alt season. How can you not be bullish? Right? And I'm actually trading less. I'm more accumulating because we've moved past that bottom point, and I'm looking for bags to grab up before things start sending. Because I know that things are going to go parabolic. We didn't know before. Months ago, when we were first doing this, January, February, March, April, May, we didn't quite know the uncertainty of the tariffs and everything that was coming. The only thing we knew is that these things were going to make the market go down. And now we've become desensitized to a lot of that. No one cares anymore. All they want to see is Bitcoin dominance drop and their bags pump. And that's where I'm at with it. when you become a big influencer, don't Taylor Swift us. Absolutely not. Everyone that is here, that is like subscribed and been liking and following and engaging, when I'm a massive creator and you're still there, believe this, I am putting us all on a cruise, and we are going to go on, like, I'm going to pay for the most lavish vacation for everyone. And I probably won't even have to pay for it. Our sponsorships will pay for it by then. I am going to bless each and every one of you for all that you've invested into me. Because I'm investing my time into you because I believe in each and every one of you. I know that you guys can do this, because if I can do it, a fuck up from nowhere land, you can do it too. I believe in you, and you will do it. You know what my dad used to call me for my nickname? My nickname that my dad used to call me was the fuck up. Yeah, well, who's fucked up now? I made it. And that's the thing about me, is the more people come against me and are my adversaries, the stronger and harder I push. So whenever people come after me and they hit me with the bananas and everything, the stronger I get. I thrive on it. Now you're a random guy on the internet. I know, right? I want my Pudgy Penguin back. Isn't it just the cutest thing? I just can't even with this thing. It's so cute. It's so cute. I gotta have my little Pudgy Penguin. All right, tokens going up to 40 cents minimum. The next spot would obviously be 45 and then 50. Based off of this, what I'm seeing here, this could easily hit a new all-time high. Something like this being a new project, its name being Token. I don't know if it has utility or not. I'm assuming it does. Then, yeah, this could potentially see a new all-time high. And I would say the top would be 10 cents. If it hits a new all-time high, this one will go to 0.0985. Oz has security now. Who's the F up? I know, right? I know. I literally have a business and a team. I have some of the most wealthy and powerful individuals in crypto coming on this show next week. Don't miss the lives next week. Monday through Friday next week is packed full of big names. You just wait and see. All right? Wait and see. You know what's crazy is being an influencer at one of these events, and not just, okay, so everyone wants to be an influencer, right? But when you're a credited influencer, like I was, right? I was a credited influencer. I had credentials that identified me as an influencer. When you're at that level of an influencer at these events, man, they come after you, right? They come to you, and we're talking about powerful CEOs, multi-billion-dollar people that are holding multiple billions of dollars in these projects. Literally, Charles Hoskinson, the CEO of Cardano, approached me and was like, hey, and talking to me, and he's like, you're an influencer. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I go up to him. I'm like, here's my card, man. And he goes, oh, cool. And he's like, do you want a picture? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, here, I'll hold it up for you. And takes a picture with me with it. And then he's telling me about all the amazing things that are happening with Midnight and with Cardano and all the security features that are coming with Cardano. And I was like, telling him, I'm like, man, I really feel like the next narrative and the next thing that actually matters in crypto is security. And he's like, that's exactly what we're saying. And I was like, I don't think it's about speed and efficiency and cost. And he's like, it's not, but we're working on that too. And I'm like, this is amazing. This is what I'm talking about. That's why I've been like, I'm Cardano'd out, guys. I got my Cardano glasses right here. Okay. I'm going to put them on. I am Cardano'd out the game, guys. And I spoke to a lot of CEOs, not just Charles. Okay. See, I know him on a first name basis because first of all, I can't even pronounce his name, but he just knows me as the GOAT, the crypto GOAT, right? But having that opportunity to just sit down and talk with him and be like, this is what I'm feeling, and this is the direction I think that crypto needs to be going. Where do you stand with that? And for them to be like completely aligned with it, and not even, you have to understand that he didn't come up to me and say that he was aligned with that because I said it. They were already on it. What does that say? Privacy matters. Privacy and security was literally the entire objective of the entire conference. And I didn't even know that until I got there. Yeah, it's confirmation. And you know what? We were in other people's lives last night, TikTok seller, right? What was the tech CEO's live? And he was going on about security, right? Security is the narrative now. And I'm like, who said it first, baby? I'm going to put you guys on game. I will put you on point. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I know things. I understand how the world works, how finance works, how people's minds work. And I can pass that along to you. I have something special here. I see things happen before they happen. I don't know how. I just do. And I do know how. It's easy. It's basic math. It's basic math, ladies and gentlemen, understanding this stuff. What's up, Big Nate? How you doing, buddy? The lizard guy. Very lizardy. All right, back to TA. Chillwell wants Monero. Should I make him subscribe? Did we cover ETH? I'll check the YouTube. No, I didn't. I'm so sorry. Let me do ETH right now. Let's just wipe the slate clean with TA and start throwing them in the chat. Sorry, I got on a tangent there. I got really excited about you guys. Like, you guys are my fuel. Oh, ETH looks good, baby. I say that looks like a bull flag in the 1 day. That looks like a bull flag in the 1 day. Let's go in the hour for confirmation. Not quite. But we are creating higher highs. ETH ascending. We got a double bottom. ETH is going. ETH is going. And let's see where it's going to. Oh my God. Is ETH about to hit a new all-time high? Chat. ETH is about to hit a new all-time high. It's coming. Josh says, I don't know about Ethereum though. Ethereum, are you kidding me? Ethereum is everything. Layer 2 and 3 are going to make Ethereum cheaper, faster, more efficient. Do not worry about speed, scalability, cost anymore. What you need to be worried about is security. ETH is where it's at. ETH is going to 5K. Okay? ETH is going to 5K, and I think that this cycle, ETH is going to hit 10K. I'm rage baiting Ethereum to 10K. Yeah, Ethereum's going to 10K. I think probably more like 9.99, 9.5, something like that. Or it goes over 10K and it hits like 10.2, right? 10,200, something like that. But I'm feeling a 10K ETH. And I've been saying this for a while, okay? Like this, oh man, alt season's on, baby. If you haven't bought your altcoins yet, man, you better start looking for a buy opportunity. It is, Chillwell says 100K Ethereum. You have to be joking, bro. Come on now. 100K Ethereum? Absolutely not. I would say at the absolute most Ethereum could do would be 10 to 12K. BTC is a diamond top on the 1 day. Get the hell out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, history is about to be made. Ethereum is going to hit a new all-time high. We are literally watching history unfold over the next couple days. BTC, a diamond top. I mean, it kind of has that makings of that reversal. Either, okay, so TikTok seller, you're in the class, so I see what you see, and I know why you're seeing that. Remember, Bitcoin is highly manipulated, and that they do those sweeps where they catch up all of those stop losses. This is why I don't use stop losses, because of this right here. If you had a stop loss, you would have got wrecked, right? And look, it's already moving back up. So we're going to have to see here. What's a high for this? 124. Man, I'll tell you what, if Bitcoin loses its dominance right here, that means that I called Bitcoin's top to the cent, because I think I said 125K. And we were just shy of that. Oz, can I get the roll on Discord? Yeah, dude, I got after the show. I got you, brother. It'll get handled. The IT guys in the studio now. After everything gets turned off, it'll get sent, and then you'll get those videos to your email tonight, so you can get caught up. Will Unfi do good? That's a good question. That is a great question, actually, because I have been hearing a lot of things about Unfi. Simon always seems to know what the buzz is. And when unlike Big Baller will come in and he will tell you after the green candle and tell you when he bought early on and tell you about the big green candle that you just missed. Whereas Simon tells us down here, right before the big green candle. Look at this. Big Baller, take notes. Big Baller knows how to call him, though. I'll tell you what, if he calls a coin, even if it's already started pumping, I will buy it. And if it's already started pumping, I will just DCA all the way up and then jump out at the top. And I print money. I print money because of this guy. He is really good. Now, I don't always do it, but when I see one that I'm like, okay, this is cool, I will do a quick trade on him. He's a trader for sure. He used to be a holder. Now he's trading. And my guy is killing it. Big Nate, Cmont, Alexa, Kodak, The Narrow Path, Jesus, TikTok Seller, Nico, One Dread, and if I missed you, Big Baller, thank you for all the gifts, guys. You are incredible. Thank you. I just appreciate you guys so much. I will tell you this, Cmont. This could potentially come back down. Does this one have utility? The Goat Gang, heck yeah. Cmont, what's the utility on this one? I don't have Jesse in here to look into it for me. But I would say, let's see here. October to December, July, April, May. I would say we could see one of these big nasty wicks come October, November. I think this one, it's going to be quick though, man. You're going to want to set that's going to be a strong zone. 196 is going to be a hard one to pass. You're going to want to sell orders at 196, 266, 341, and 480. If it goes past that, you've just got to get into the TA class so that you can get the right strategy out on that one. And it could potentially do like crazy. I don't think though, because look at it, kind of has this trend going for it. Okay? Kind of like that, you know? Kind of has this trend. So I'm going to lean towards it's going to stop at 504, $5, you know? That's kind of where I'm at on this one. But yeah, from 25 cents to $5, that looks good to me. That's everything we ever wanted XRP to do, right? That's highly potential that this one hits $4 or $5 come November. November would put it at $3.50 to $4. Buy Aerodrome Finance and hold for 6 months. I don't know about 6 months. I think December is it, man. I think December is it. And then we may have little narratives that come out here and there after the bull run that spikes little things up. And then that'll be it. And we'll go into a bear market. This is UNFI, UNFI. This looks promising. Especially for here's the problem. Okay? There are so many alts. There's so many altcoins, ladies and gentlemen. There's so many meme coins. The liquidity is more spread out and there's not new people coming in. People would say otherwise, oh, well, they're creating new wallets every day. They're creating new wallets. It's the same people with the same money. They're creating more wallets so that they have more votes. We appreciate you. This information is needed. Yes. Yes, of course. All-time high is $44. Could you imagine if this thing went from 25 cents to $44? Could you imagine if it went to $50 and hit a new all-time high? Get out of town. But we need that Bitcoin money to do it. This is UNFI. I don't think these coins are going to get new all-time highs. Some of them will. Some of them will. But these ones that don't have the huge narrative surrounding them will not get the all-time highs. You'll take half in November. I'm out of the market in November. I will be like 80 to 90% out of the market by mid-November. And probably December 22nd to December 21st, 23rd, I will probably be 99% out of the market. I will have tiny little moon bags just in case. Old people that are scared to spend their money buy BTC and nothing else. Yeah, and those are the ones that are the exit liquidity. And they're hoping that they're going to retire off of it, and it's going to end up cooking them. I meant profit out in November. Oh, okay, yeah. Dude. Yeah, dude, I'm out in November, December. Like, I will leave a little bit in there for just in case I was wrong, right? But it's going to be little. And if I was wrong, it won't matter because I'll have made so much. I can still wait for a dip and get back in and ride the FOMO with the second wave, you know? You always get a second chance, guys. You always get a second chance. Maybe your second chance isn't going to be lucrative, but there's still opportunity there. So if I hadn't taken those profits, I would have lost everything, or I can be a little less greedy, which I would say is more greedy, right? Because I'm taking the profits. I see taking profits as being more greedy, whereas other people are like leaving it in there as being more greedy. Fartcoin looks really good. Dude, Fartcoin is fantastic. Fartcoin is, I would say it's the meme coin. Fartcoin and Pudgy are the two biggest coins as far as meme coins. These two are never going anywhere. What Fartcoin's going right now? No, it's not. Don't you lie to me. Don't you lie to me. Oh, we got to go see. I got to go see. This is my biggest bag. I got to see if I got to take profits. Oh, baby, come on. I just want to release a big bag of farts on the market. Oh, yeah. Look at it go. Yes. I literally called Big Baller. I was like, dude, I just bought it like 86 cents. I think I bought it like 86.5 or 87. I can't remember. I can go back and look at my limit order. Yeah, I bought it 87. I bought it 87. It ran up and it dipped down again, and I bought it 87 again. And I'm just like, I'm holding this thing until it goes to a new all-time high. I'm going to take 50% out here at, I think it was, I'm going to take like 10% out at 125. Actually, 124.5. I'm going to take like 20% maybe. And then at 131, I'm going to take out 50% of what's there left. And then I'm expecting a retracement at that point and come down. And I'm going to put it all right back in. And wherever it, and I'm going to build the biggest bag of farts that the crypto space has ever seen. That's what I'm doing, baby. I am so all in on this coin. Like Fartcoin and Pudgy, I am so in. Pudgy for the marketing strategy, Fartcoin for the narrative and what it is. It's never going anywhere. Even if I have to hold this thing for 20 years, in 20 years, there will be more people in the space and it will still be just as funny as it is today. And it's never going below 75 cents. And that's a loss that I can deal with. Hey, Marco, thank you for the Heart Me. We are 50% of our way to the Heart Me's. We've got 16 Heart Me's. We need to get 20. Those I do care about. It only costs 1 penny, but the Heart Me's help with the algorithm. That's why it's the goal that's up there. Maybe I should put it up here. I'm not really asking for gifts anymore. If you guys want to send gifts, whatever, I don't care. But the Heartme's are a big deal with TikTok. I don't know why. It's just the way they gauge their metrics. JFM, thank you so much for the Heartme. Everybody that has Heartme'd and been liking and gifting, thank you all so much. You guys are incredible. And I'm not ever going to ask you guys for gifts, okay? From here on out. If you want to send them, that is fine. The only time that I might ask you is like if we get hit with the shadow banana and I'm like, hey, like maybe send like a couple pennies, you know, a couple popular votes just to get the algorithm jump started. Other than that, like I don't care anymore. Save your gifts for Jesse. All right? Or give them to me. Wherever you want, whatever you want to do. I don't care anymore, okay? I don't want to be known as the guy on TikTok that's always begging for change when literally I don't need it, right? I don't need the change, but I do need the viewership. That's what I care about. So really liking and sharing is just as good. And like I said it before, it'd be nice for this to be a profitable business. I have come to the realization that I made a bad business decision by becoming a content creator, and that this business is not going to be profitable for a very long time. I'm not used to that. I'm not used to having such high overhead, operations costs, employees necessary for, like my last business, I was the only employee and I had zero overhead. I had like my truck, which was paid off, and I had tools that I already had, you know, and people brought their stuff to me or I went to them and there was gas sometimes. And like they literally delivered the parts to the shop and I got them at cost because I have a commercial account. I am not used to having a business with such high overhead. This is new for me. Fortunately, I made a lot of money in crypto, so we're good. I'll just keep trading, and you guys can have my trade money so that I can yell at you guys on the internet. Scotty Dog, what's up, Oz? Hope you're well, brother. I am doing well. Thank you for the Heartme. I appreciate it. I love farting green candles. Hell to the motherfucking yeah. Excuse my French ladies. But for all you dudes out there, we're about to pump some farts on your ass, bruh. We might all make 1 mil this cycle. Honestly, if you're in the TA class and you're watching this show regularly and you've got $10,000 to invest, I could probably make you a millionaire by the next cycle. By the next cycle, you could be a millionaire by the next moon, okay? I teach you how to trade without risk and losing your money. You can join my channel, link in bio. I do that here already. So, sorry, brother, you're gone. Oh, you already handled a TikTok seller. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. I have 5X. That's so it might get close with a TA class. Hey, you know what? Here's the thing is, there's no amount of money that you can throw at any mentor, any coach, any technical analysis guy, any influencer, okay? It comes down to you. You have to get off your ass and learn and take the punches, baby. Okay? You have to apply yourself and practice. Guess what? I will teach you how to practice trading with fake money. Okay? Fake money. Learn, invest into yourself, and then be a degenerate gambler on the internet. All right? At least don't jeeble, all right? Invest. Be smart money. Man, Fartcoin looks so good right now. This is totally a diamond bottom. You know what? I kind of feel bad for you, Josh, because you're coming in late. You need the first couple classes. And what I might do is I might give you just a couple individual classes. I know that you already know how to understand what a candle is, right? You don't need that class, but I think you need the class, which I believe is the second class. Here's the problem is you need all the classes because it's a foundation that teaches you how to see the future, okay? It teaches you how to see the patterns before they form, and we kind of already covered that. Now, I could recap it, but that's not fair to the other mates in the class because they already paid for it. So I'm hoping that you get the value that you're looking for. I know you catch on pretty quick, but like some of the things I'm double recapping on and going into and just kind of reiterating a little bit. But there are some key fundamental things that we covered in the first month. And chat, help me out if you know what I'm talking about. Being able to predict the patterns before they happen and taking the strategy of the aggressive trade before the pattern happens is a very strong way of trading to make massive gains very quickly, and it's very easy to see. TikTok seller says that'll make you rich if you see the patterns early. Exactly. This is, and that's in last month's class. And I feel like you're missing out on I think it's only one class, but it's like one of the most important classes that I've taught so far. And so I'm afraid that you're going to come in and miss out on value. And that's the last thing I want to do. So it's up to you to decide. Maybe you take the class and you start making a ton of money and then you can just pay for the earlier classes. I don't know. I would just say that I think that it's more valuable to have the whole book instead of just reading, the last page to get the ending. You know what I mean? Arrow is pumping. Dude, everything is pumping right now. What is going on? It's pumping right now, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody was screaming bear, bear, bear today. When I woke up this morning, the sentiment in the TikTok space and on the internet is everything is going down, doom and gloom. And I'm like, I'm bullish. We're about to pump. Look at that. Aerodrome pumping. Cardano, I know Cardano's pumping. Let me tell you right now. I am so bullish on Cardano. I almost wanted to change this to the Cardano Lounge. Okay, instead of the Ledger Lounge, the Cardano Lounge. I am so bullish on Cardano. It was my number 2. Okay, now it's kind of H-Bar and Cardano are on my pedestal, baby. They are on my pedestal. I will wipe my ass with the XRPL. All right? And maybe I'm wrong about XRP. I really don't care. I don't want to get dumped on every month because why? I'm a trader, not a hodler. I don't want to get dumped on. The way I see it is if you're holding XRP, you're holding it for toilet paper to wipe the shit off of you because you got dumped on again. Dang, Cardano's going right back to retest. Cardano is headed back up here to retest. Now remember, take profits at 102, okay, because it could potentially double top up there and not break through. All right, but if it does, if it does, it's going to $1.15. Well, $1.10 and then $1.15. All right. I'm going to wipe my ass with an XRPL. I see 150. Oh, yeah, 150 is definitely possible. Okay, hear me out. Okay, these are short-term projections. You guys want a long-term projection on ADA? This is a long-term projection. Okay. It's definitely going to 125. In my opinion. I think it's going to 125. However, look at this. We have a trend here. Okay, you see the trend. Actually, I'd say the trend is here, and it's popped out of it. Okay, so it's popped out of the trend. That's good. Okay, so that's invalidated. So 125 to 150. I think it goes to $192. Probably 190, okay? I think that ADA is going to do 190 this cycle. And if it goes past 190, actually 187. No, 185, okay? If it goes past 185, it's going up to 237. And then from there, it's going to, obviously, 311. And it could very well go to a new all-time high. It's Cardano. It's a blue chip. If anything is getting new all-time highs this year, it's going to be Cardano, baby. I got to put on my Cardano glasses, okay? Look at baby. I got my Cardano glasses. Maybe I just have ADA blinders on, all right? But I'm telling you, if any of the coins is going to see a new all-time high, it's going to be Cardano and it's going to be HBAR, all right? Those two are going to see new all-time highs. I really believe so, or they're going to get close. But I think they're going to do something massive, massively massive. The only thing that would really screw it up is if everybody just apes into XRP and these two get left in the dust. But I'll tell you what, if that ends up being the case, then I'm going to be loading up on this stuff for the next cycle because XRP will not be the narrative next cycle. I mean, obviously the XRP army is going to never give up, okay? I get it. I was in the Shiba army, okay? I gave up on that one too. They literally told me we were going to a penny. They said we were going to $1 in Shiba. I believed them. But I woke up. I could smell the Kool-Aid. Could smell it. And unfortunately, I drank some of it too, and it wiped me out. I ain't falling for that shit no more. I'm no newbie to crypto, ladies and gentlemen. I can smell bullshit from a mile away. And dude, the XRP bullshit reeks to high heaven. It's the worst I've ever seen in crypto. The worst. Nothing has ever lied to me as much as XRP has, or Ripple, or the news, or the SEC, or the whatever it is. I've never been lied about anything in my entire life. And why would they want to push it so hard if it's going to do what they're saying it's going to do? They would keep it hush-hush. We would have to dig for the information. If the case was really over, they wouldn't be screaming, hey, the case is over. They'd be screaming, hey, the injunction's been removed. I have not seen one article that says the injunction has been removed. Have you? Show me the article, show me the proof, show me the paperwork where it says, hey, the injunction has been removed. Because that would be the headline. Isn't that what we all want to hear? No, we keep hearing the bullshit. Thoughts on Arrow? Arrow is going to be amazing. Josh says, no way ADA will send. You don't think ADA is going to take off like crazy? Literally, all anybody could talk about the entire convention was ADA. And there was like every project there, and it was Cardano'd out. Everyone was on the Cardano train. Everyone was talking about Cardano. Even people that were like with Solana and with Polkadot, and where they were with Algorand. All the people at every single thing, there were the sentiment was ADA is going to be massive. And I think that ADA may actually be poised for mass adoption in some way. Not today. Even Solana. Solana is their main thing that they were talking about is it's not just for meme coins. It has a lot more utility. And I believe Solana is more likely to be adopted because it's more or less been put through the fire as far as use case. There's been a lot of activity and transactions that go through Solana every day, and it handles it. Solana is it's misdirection. Solana is the meme coin section, but really they're just using it and utilizing it to see how it holds up with all that traffic. It's literally getting as much traffic as if, I wouldn't say mass adoption, but if like it was being utilized daily, because that's what's happening. It's being utilized daily. I am so bullish on Solana. I'm excited to get Bangers on here and talk about Solana. I really hope she gets back to me. She did confirm with me that she will do an interview. However, she's a massive influencer, so it may take time for her to see my messages. And also, she's an influencer by trade. So she works at the Solana headquarters in San Francisco. And she's, constantly working and creating content and stuff. You know what I want? I want the Solana Seeker phone. I'm not going to lie. I kind of want it. If I ever get a new phone, that's probably the phone it's going to be. Solana is dope. Absolutely, absolutely awesome. And you know why they made the phone? It's about security. The whole freaking narrative I've been trying to tell you guys is security is everything, right? This is it. Security. Your phone being secure to hold your wallet. Your digital wallet is on your phone. A lot of people's digital wallet is on their phone. Obviously, some of us have a Ledger or an Arculus or whatever, but like I have several wallets on my phone. I have a Zomin. I got a Base. I got, I don't know. I have to go look. I don't even touch those wallets. But the wallets that are on my phone, like I use Coinbase as like for daily transactions. It's a small amount of money of USDC that I'm not trading or whatever. It's just accumulating APY for everyday purchases. Like that's all it is. I use pretty much every exchange. That's why when people ask me what exchange you use, I use all of them. There's a few that I don't, but yeah. I think they all serve a purpose. It's an ecosystem. When you start using crypto the way it's intended to be used and reuse it and replace your bank, you will start to actually see what is actually valuable in this space. And I would encourage you to adopt crypto yourself. Don't wait for mass adoption. Just do it. That's what I've done. I've adopted crypto. It's replaced my bank. And now that I've done that, I'm seeing the real world use case. I'm seeing the real world value and where the market is going to decide what is really valuable. And that's why I'm leaning on Cardano, because I'm actually getting a Cardano wallet set up right now, and I'm seeing, wow, its functionality and all the different things, and it's a little bit more advanced, and I have to use it on my phone or on my computer, but it is its functionality is just like mind-blowing. ICP. Insane Clown Posse. If you guys don't know what ICP is, go Google it. Insane Clown Posse. And you can thank me later. I watched Edge jump 10 cents 2 days ago. It was at 34 cents. It's going again. Nice. Ooh, baby. Here's the problem. ICP is kind of like that double bottom, that same thing everything else is forming, but it's also the freaking bear flag. Kind of. I'm leaning away from the bear flag. I don't think it is. I'm just going to take it off. I don't believe it's a bear flag. I think it's going to send, though. It's gearing up for a reversal. It's getting higher highs, higher lows. Not quite this time, but this is actually a pattern. I'm not sure if we covered it in the class. I think we need to cover these patterns. These are not your everyday average pattern that you see. These are more advanced. I think this is bullish. But it's in the daytime, so it's going to take weeks. Okay, it could be mid-September. By the way, when I'm looking at this in the week time frame, this means mid-September, October. Not a fan of ICP, too difficult to chart. It's very difficult to chart. Like I said, this is a very advanced pattern, but it is a pattern nonetheless. I believe that this thing is bullish, and it's going to go to probably 746, but it could, resistance is at 683, right? I think it goes past that. I do, but it could stop at 683, and then the next stop will be 741. I'm going to lean towards like that 741 to 730, somewhere in there. That's going to be your sweet spot. I'm going to lean towards the 730, to be honest with you. Like a roller coaster. Yeah, this one's pretty nuts for sure. I like it though. That's what you want as a trader, is heavy volatility, baby. Well, it's 9 o'clock. Thank you all for watching the show. I'm not going to do the gifts to stay longer anymore. If you guys do that, I will stay longer, but I'm not going to ask for it anymore. I'm no longer doing that. This is the last time you're going to hear me mention it, because I'm done being stigmatized as the creator that wants gifts. Okay? I'm done with it. We will be profitable. After everything that happened in Vegas, I now see that I don't need TikTok to make money and make this business profitable. So, keep your money if you need to. I just want your viewership. I just want you guys here. I just want to help you guys get rich. And then you won't care. It won't matter. Gotta catch my bird. Good night. Hey, have a good night. Fly safe, buddy. Have a good night. Thank you all for coming in, and it's always a pleasure. Let's do this one. This is the song. Every time we're bullish, this is the song. Have a good night, guys. By the way, thank you for all the gifts today, guys. Daniel, Scotty Dog, JFM, Marco, Big Nate, Seamont, Alexa, Kodak, The Narrow Path, Jesus, TikTok Seller, Nico, One Dead, Big Baller, Mother of Dragons, Dragsum Path, AZY2, Shane, Revolution, Jfinity, Nate, Anthony, thank you for subscribing, Francesca, Mr. Pags1, AB Ryder, and Mar Lopez. Thank you all very much. Hey, we have 19 out of 20 heart me's. We need one heart me for this goal. All right, this is the only gift I'm going to ask for. I need a heart me. Who's got me with a heart me? It's after 9 o'clock. You can send a new one. I need one heart me. Turn the light back on. I need one heart me. One heart me. Yes, we got it. Alan and TikTok Seller, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. Have a good night, and I will see you all tomorrow. Alan with the win. He beat you to it, TikTok Seller. He beat you to it. But that's all right. You're still a champion in my book. Josh, I will send those videos and reach out to you on Discord right now. Have a good night. I'll be hanging out in Discord for a little bit. If you guys want to hop into my Discord and chat a little bit and yell at Josh that we're not going to 10K, I'll see you guys in the Discord. Good night.